comes and goes like a fleeting thought. Time is more valuable than diamonds and gold, but I spend it like it means nothing at all. Time is a gift that I cannot return. I've gotta take what I'm given and make the most of my living. And time is a dance that I have to learn. Don't wanna get out of step or ever dance on my own. Time stands still for no man. Ooh, no amount of money will ever slow it down. Time won't bend a care for my plans. Ooh, I've been given my Lord, I won't let it slip through my hands. Time is a friend that will never leave. Sometimes that friend can feel like a thief. My time is moments filled with those I love and being still. I will be careful, I will be shrewd, giving time to what I should. Time stands still for no man. Ooh, no amount of money will ever slow it down. Time won't bend a care for my plans. Ooh, I've been given my Lord, I won't let it slip through my hands. Time stands still for no man. Ooh, no amount of money will ever slow it down. Time won't bend a care for my plans. Ooh, I've been given my Lord, I won't let it slip through my hands.
Thank you. Yeah, I know that's he definitely, thank you. I'm gonna make a bigger one. Man, wow, every time I watch that video with her and Jagger, I don't know, it gets me just to see her, I don't know, in love and having fun and the rest of her life ahead of her is just taken from her. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna try to do like a big, like a a bigger, like, tribute, but that's just the one I played last time, but I just wanna just so we just keep remembering, you know? I know we're getting off on these theories because we wanna know what happened, you know, but I just wanna keep making sure we bring the attention on why we're doing this, you know? Anyway, oh, thanks, Maui girl. Okay, so man, I started shaking. Hold on a second. I don't know, man. Wow. Okay, so hold on one second. Okay. Um, you're waiting for a pizza. Just waiting for pizza. Oh, okay. I thought you were because my family has a pizza place. I thought you were making a joke. Okay. What got rewards? Where are you getting the pizza from? So anyway, okay. So I am gonna do an open panel. No, I haven't seen Ryan's recent. I wanted to play. Actually, somebody sent me this video of Xana May. When she's on like a news channel. I just have to tell you though, I know her real name and I looked up her background. I did a background search on her. And yeah, she was in the military and she was studying, she majored in, she graduated magna cum laude. Like I was trying to tell you, that's what I graduated in, but I couldn't think that live when I was trying to say the word, I couldn't think of the right word. But so she's a smart girl. And she studied radiology. Okay, wait, what was it? Nuclear and radiological. I can't even say that word. Studies and terrorism. So she studied all that in college. That was her major. And she's in the military, and so I guess that makes sense. Those books she had on her desk. No criminal record, at least she doesn't have one that shows up under the background search, but she was in the military. But you guys are right. There's something that just doesn't sit right with her with me for some reason. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. It just I feel like just gives me a bad feeling. And I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know if she's necessarily involved in this, but there was just something about her that just kind of gave me like an icky feeling. And I can't kick it. Like I don't know. I was trying to like ignore it and be like, no, maybe she's all right. But every time I've seen her, like I try to watch a different video, and every time she just gives me a really weird feeling. And I don't know why. It might not be anything. I don't know what it is. And like even in her eyes, like, I'm an eye person. Like I don't know. That's what I notice first is somebody's eyes. And that's usually what I focus on. And like something about her eyes, like freak me out a little bit. I don't know what it is. She might be a nice lady, but I don't know. I can't shake the feeling. Um, I don't necessarily know if I think she's involved in this whole thing, but I do think it's weird, that, I guess did Ryan post something about him that like her date that she lied about the date that she was at the prosser? Bella was telling me, I didn't catch that. I guess Ryan caught like or somebody caught a screenshot and she said she was there like the 20th or 15th to 20th or whatever. And it says the 13th on the screenshot on her phone because it pans down to her phone when she's walking. So, like, why did she lie about the date she was there? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me either. Like, why would you lie about that? And the fact that she wouldn't play that video, like I was sitting there watching that, yelling, like, play the push play. Why aren't you pushing play? Like, I don't get why she would not rewind it and press play on that video. On I think it was American Dream Chaser, right? Here, let me play since we're talking about this. I was gonna play this anyway. Somebody sent it to me. It's on like I think Inquisitor. It's on the channel, but I want to play the news clip part where it says, and I found an article too where she's tried to get her family over from Russia. I don't know if she succeeded or not, but criminality. Hey, are you gonna come up on panel? And you know what? When I do the panel, I'm gonna try to rotate people out, not have so many people up at the same time. So because I'm going by like comments and I want it to make it the best possible, show. So it's, people that are watching it, they could enjoy it and understand what's going on. And a lot of the complaints where there's too many people at one time. So what I'll do is I just try to rotate maybe like 6 tops at the same time and then rotate them out. Does that sounds like a plan? Maybe that'll help with following. Okay, so let me play this. Let me see what hold on, let me see what you said Ryan did a community post. Let's look at that first because I didn't get to see that. Okay. Man, I think Dude, as much as okay, I don't know anything about Ichamel, and I don't think he's involved with this. I'm not saying that. I do not think he's involved with this, but I do think he might have had his friend pretend to be a part of it for a caller. That's kind of the way I could believe that. I don't know if I could believe that he's actually involved with what happened to Kylie, but I do think that he might have had his friend pretend to be somebody, to be like have cousins that were at the party and like lie just for content. Why am I thinking that? I've watched a lot of videos, I've watched a lot of opinions on it, and I watched this one guy talking about it, and he used to be a fan of Ichabod's, and he brought up a good point. He said, Have you been doing this the whole time? Because you notice Ichabod gets a lot of callers from like people that are connected to the case during cases. I've had a channel, I think, longer than him on about true crime, and I don't get callers like that. So then it makes me think, has he been doing this the whole time? I don't know. I thought he had a good reputation, and I was trying to stick up for him, but it's looking like he might have had this guy call and pretend, and that's just not cool if that's the case. I tried to reach out to him one time, during this to see hold on. Um, I was trying to see about using a part of his video, and then I was hoping if he made a contact, I could talk to him a little bit and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" But he never even responded. Um, I don't do conspiracies too, though. I don't do them either, Athena. I've been pretty factual based. Yeah, I give my opinions, but I don't. And I don't get calls like that from local like, I never get, like, people connected to cases, like, as much as he does, but maybe I don't know. I that's the only all I'm saying is that the only thing I could believe I can't believe that he's involved in this of what happened to Kylie, but so where does my head go? Because there is some weirdness to this Ronnie thing, then maybe he just was Ronnie's friend and had Ronnie call and lie. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't know for sure. I wish he would respond because I wanna ask him. I never watched him really that much. I just know he had a good reputation in the community, so I was supporting him. I was like, "There's no way he has a good reputation." But there's too many weird things coming up, dude. I can't ignore the weirdness. I'm sorry. I'm not saying for sure. What I'm saying is I'm not believing he's involved in a murder, but I maybe that he is doing stuff for content. I don't know though. He's I wanna talk to him. Yeah, I'm not accusing anything. I'm just saying you guys have to admit there is some weird stuff going on. But the whole, Xaname, she just rubs me the wrong way. Ichamel never rubbed me but I don't watch much of him. I've only watched little pieces when people are like, "Hey, watch this Ichamel," like, about a case, and I'll, like, watch a clip or something. And he's never I always thought, "Oh, he seems like a good dude," you know? So, I never thought anything bad. He didn't rub me any bad way, but Xaname, yeah, something about her just made me feel like, "Ew," I don't know. Like I said, maybe she's the nicest person. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. Hey, Daniel Doran. Oh, no, conspiracy doesn't mean false at all. Most I think they said what percentage? A high percentage of conspiracies end up being true. It's yeah, there's something to like people label the conspiracy. It's like conspiracy is like it doesn't mean not true. Yeah, you're right. But people hear conspiracy right away and then they think, "Oh, that means it's something so stupid." And no, it's not necessarily means that at all. Um, yes, I'm about to show a video. Wow, are you guys like I'm just expressing my opinion. I'm trying to be as neutral and I don't know. Well, so what did you guys get? The people that are disagreeing with me, who do you think Ronnie is? Criminality. What you want to come up criminality? Can I is there any way I could just send you a link so we could chat about this without like a bunch of people right now? Because I trust like your thoughts. How can I send you just a link until I do open the panel up? Just so we could chat a little bit before I open it to everybody. Okay, I'm looking at his community post. Um, Here I could share it with you. Hold on, because you guys said look at Ryan's, right? And I haven't talked about this at all, any of my lives yet, but I can't ignore the fact. So I just wanted to bring it up real quick. You know that yeah, there is something weird going on with this, and I don't know what it is. It could be just something really innocent where you know it's just I don't know. It could be explainable. I just know, and I'm not always right, about people. Sometimes people, sometimes I'll have a bad feeling about somebody, and then I end up being really good friends with him. So I'm not always right. I'm just saying I can't get over that feeling. So I don't know. Who am I? I'm just a person. Doesn't mean I'm right. But anyway, okay. So he's got a picture of, I guess it looks like her and her friends. Oh, there's is that her? Dude, that looks like her. So she's friends with the what was what would her title be? Holy crap, dude. Wow, that's weird. And then she didn't even go for the last the last press conference. She didn't even didn't appear. That's the one that was missing, guys. Hold on one second. Is that you, Teresa? Hold on. I have to switch over. I'm on my zavgirl side. Hold on. Okay. Wait, which one did you message me on? I saw it. Now I can't get to it. Hold on. Oh, there you are. Okay. Here, let me send you the link. 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I just have to bring up. We're not gonna talk about this the whole time. But I haven't got to talk about this stuff yet on the live, so I just thought I would just kind of address it because I mean people are talking about it, right? So I just thought it would be nice to at least address, what's been going on. That's all. All right, hold on. Let me send you this link. If you want to come up, I'll send it to you through Messenger. And then I'm gonna do it open. I just as I'm going through some of the stuff I wanted to go through first, it would be nice to have like maybe one person to bounce my ideas off of. Because Teresa's usually pretty level-headed and okay. So, okay, so let's go back to this. So yeah, that's weird, dude. So she's friends with the girl. It looks like her younger, does it not? Don't you think? So what's her title? I'm not even sure what her title is. What was her title? You guys, hold on. I'm trying to get caught up on the chat. I'm trying to get this computer so I could see where we're at. Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to give I mean, I think that's definitely her. Teresa, hey girl.
Hey,
How are you?
man, I just love like when anybody expresses their opinion on stuff and it's just like like we don't know these people in real life, so we don't know what they can and can't do.
Yeah.
So first, before we even ask, I want to tell you, I watched your video on your driving and your comparing of the trees. And girl, I hope you got some sleep after that.
I did last night, but I stayed up like almost 2 nights basically.
Yeah, that was a great video.
We're going to talk about some of that because some people miss the whole point of it. They're like, who cares? We know because she pointed where she was parking. I'm like, you're missing the whole point is to try to narrow down where the party was.
It was perfect for me. Okay. My kind of brain was my brain right there. I was like, yep, this is exactly what I like right here. So I thought it was great. So it worked for at least one of your viewers.
Thank you. It did. There is some really good comments, but then there's, the negative ones are the ones that you stick with because you want people to understand, especially if they're totally misunderstanding, because they'll be like, how old are you? Like somebody said, how old are you? Like, who cares where she parked? I'm like, it matters. We've been sitting up here going live after live, trying to pinpoint where the party was. So then we could kind of figure out maybe what happened. I mean, so it's very important. That's all I was doing is trying to match it to the drone and that local lady driving because it's very telling where she's at because you could follow exactly where she's at on the map because she says to the right, she's going towards the beach. She turns right there and go. I mean, you could follow, so you know where the party is if you match those things up. But no, a lot of people must have just watched the very beginning. Maybe that's the only thing I could think of.
Here's the thing: is you put a crap ton of work into that, and anybody who doesn't understand the amount of time that video would have taken for you to put together, they're maybe gonna question it. But I mean, the amount of research you put into that is immense. And anybody who says otherwise or thinks that it wasn't worth it, like you cleared it up, it's done in your mind, and you're like, this is where it was, this is how she drove, this is what happened, and you can move on to look at other things. And hey, girl, it's your channel. You do what you got to do.
But I'm still not outrolling that is if she drove. There's a couple theories that people have that I want to bring up if she drove. And then I still am not 100% convinced that it wasn't some kind of foul play. But if she drove, we'll be able to figure it out, right? Now, if she didn't, I still want to kind of keep that open too. But yeah, I had to know where the party was. It was driving me nuts because then when we're talking about it, we understand what we're talking about. Yeah.
And I also want to say for the people in chat who say, don't talk about this case anymore. It's closed. She's dead.
It's not closed.
It's not closed. And it has not been ruled an accident. So until that point, and even as an accident, it's a huge learning lesson for people who have well, just one family members, but young people who are out partying and doing this kind of stuff. This is a huge learning lesson at this point for people to understand what happened. So for people in chat who say, why are you covering it? I would cover it too. So
thank you. Thank you,
and
Ashley.
now
Okay, I'll check my email. Thank you for the
the Ronnie
chat.
dude, the Ronnie dude's always been sus to me. I've watched Wicked Mel on and off for a long time. He's never been suspicious to me. He rubs Ryan the wrong way, obviously. The girl, Zanime, I watched that same video you were talking about where she would not just play the video.
Oh my God.
And I know she was upset. You could tell she kind of started getting visibly like shaken because Ryan was going so hard at her. But the easiest thing to do would have been to just hit play. And yes, he doesn't say Zanime killed her dog and buried her right there. But he does imply she's got a dog and there's a dog buried there. So there is definitely an inference of, hey, think about this, that there's a dog and a dog buried. And I like Ryan. So I'm stuck in these things like, I like Ryan and I like that he thinks extremely outside the box, because then you're like, well, crap, let me think about that for a minute. Do I think that he's right? Not necessarily. I don't think Wicked Mel is involved in anything to do with Kiely's disappearance. And if the Ronnie guy, if Wicked Mel had somebody from the area purposely call in because he knew the guy, that's one thing. But if it's an entire setup and this guy wasn't at the party or the cousins weren't at the party, you could be interfering with an investigation, and that's criminal. And I think that's a big leap to say that this YouTuber who's never had any, it doesn't have a history of doing weird shit on the internet, to say that he's now a criminal because somebody called into a show. So that's
So you don't think they're friends, but you don't think some of the stuff Ryan, because I think some of the stuff he found was good, so and some, I don't
friends who live there. So if they called into my show, like, did I set it up that way? Now, here's the thing: if I did, it could be potentially interfering with an investigation, because this guy supposedly contacts the police department while they're on the phone or while they're talking. You know what I mean? So So you don't think that he did? That could be illegal activity. And now, is the Ronnie guy just a fraud? Well, absolutely possible. We don't know him from Adam or Eve. So I don't know. I don't think that they're tied together in some giant conspiracy. I do think that maybe one or even two might be off. The Ronnie guy obviously was very inserted into this, but then once he called in, he was a part of it and then looked at as a part of it. And I'm not looking at chat, you guys, so if you guys are saying something to me, I'm really, really sorry. I was just kind of going off on my own tangent.
Oh, thank you, Dirty Sanchez. I love and still want to marry you. Okay, well,
you gotta go on the date first. She keeps telling me.
Let's see if we have chemistry. No, I wouldn't believe he would either. Where is that comment? But I don't know Wicked Mel. I can't say that, actually. I just know he has a good reputation in the community, but I don't know him. Like, I don't watch him, so
Agreed.
I don't know. I just know reputation is good. But then I'm like, well, I can't really say, because I haven't really watched him myself, and I still couldn't say. I'm just me, who am I? But like, I hope he's not. I hope he didn't.
Yeah, if I had to go off of a guess of watching the guy on YouTube, I would say no.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But obviously, I don't know him. We've never had a conversation outside of YouTube to be able to say, I am firmly standing my ground here. It's not my hill to die on, number one, nor is it yours. So your opinion is totally okay, because we don't know these people.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Avery. So she says, one thing is for sure that's off about Zanime. She says she's still in National Guard and had drill last weekend. They do not allow purple hair. 100% lie. I don't know. Okay.
Even in the reserves, they don't? That was my question. In the reserves, because I think she's a reservist, isn't she?
Oh.
Don't quote me on that, anybody in the chat. Anybody, don't walk away from here saying Teresa was on zavgirl and said XYZ. Don't do that, because I don't know.
Well, let me bring up, I'm not going to show her background, but I do have her real name and I have her background, but I could just at least tell you what it says as far as what she's, like, it tells like history about, hold on, let's see.
Okay, and then you showed that picture. I didn't know that she knew this other person.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know you
emailed me. I'm gonna look in my email. I didn't see an email from you. I'll look there. I'll look.
Wait, an email? What do you mean?
BL said she sent me an email about.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, did I say that?
No, me. Yeah, no. Somebody
Okay,
said it in
BL.
chat, and I'm like, wait, crap.
Okay, so it says that she certifications, hazardous materials technician, I can't say that right now. Radiological. Why can't I talk? Say it, Teresa.
Radiological.
Radiological nuclear hazmat technician, emergency responder, hazardous material technician for CBRNE, hazardous materials toxic agent handler. So this is some of her certifications. So let's see what else she has. See what else. There was it showed her major. I'm trying to find it here. Where it said she graduated magna cum laude and what she studied. Let's see if I could find it. And she has no criminal record, at least as far as what this report says. Hold on one second. Where does it show that? So criminal. Okay. Come on. Okay, here we go. Master's degree in non-proliferation and terrorism studies, with an emphasis on Russian language emphasis, forensic psychology, but chemical, biological, nuclear, say it again. Why can't I say that right now?
Radiological.
Radiological and high yield explosives in the Army. That's her specialty in the Army. It says U.S. Army, chemical, biological, nuclear, radiological, and high yield explosives. Wow, that's pretty. She's got a really important thing, huh? California Army National Guard, hazardous materials technician for CBRNE incidents. And also AFCEA, Regional Young, AFCEAN, Homeland Response Force in California. So she's got a lot of important things going on. So that's a little bit of her background as far as what she does. So, and I know it's her because I mean I matched up things. It has a picture of her, matches all the stuff. So and plus her books and stuff. It just matches everything. But I'm not going to share her name. I know it's probably out there, but it's not my place to share her real name. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm not sharing I don't want to share this report because then it has her name in it. Anyway,
I wish she wouldn't have backed down and she would have stuck to her guns and just been like, no, like this is the video. This is what you said. This is what you implied. And it really wasn't fair to me. BS Detector. Nobody's doxing her info.
How am I doxing? I didn't share her name.
If you don't know who it is, you're just talking about somebody's background. You didn't even say her name.
Yeah.
And doxing. Okay. It's doxing.
I didn't give her address. I just gave her studies, like what she does, what she studies, and her certifications.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish that she would have stuck her ground a little bit more and just played that video. And then I don't like that she took down the other video. Maybe she had to. I don't know. I don't know why. And she hasn't come forward as far as I know and said why she took it down. Maybe she's just like, you know what? It's done and I don't want a part of Kiely's case anymore. I don't know. But it does. It's like, okay, now red flags come when you're like, okay, you go to the scene. You're literally right where the car was. And then you delete your stuff.
Because you got in a fight on YouTube. What is that lady's title that it looks like she's friends with?
The police, the communication should be like a communications officer. I don't know exactly what her title is at that.
And why wasn't she at the last press conference? That's kind of weird too, huh? Or no, do you think it's not weird? Because she was doing all of them, and then all of a sudden that last one, when they found her, she wasn't there. It was that other lady.
So prayer partner Eve wants to know why I think that any of them could have played it. They absolutely could have, but she was the one that was trying to prove her point. And if you're trying to prove your point, you wouldn't expect anybody else to prove it for you. You'd prove it for yourself, just like I would.
Yeah.
So, and she was right there. So it wasn't like they were talking about her behind her back. She was literally right there and had the video up and like refused to go to the beginning of it. It was weird. Now, do I think that she had anything to do with Kiely? Most likely not, because statistically, Kiely was drinking at the party, drove into that lake. Now, that's statistically. So you also have to consider that there is a possibility that there was some form of drug use or something like that, and maybe somebody else drove it into the lake, and there are other things, but statistically, those become less and less. Does that mean that they didn't happen? No. For me, I still think that she took the wrong turn and she went straight into that water and couldn't get out of the car. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's a very good possibility too. And wait, I didn't compromise her job. What did I gave what she studied. I think you're reading way too much in. I never gave her name. I just said what she studied. That is, or what is she certified in? I don't think I compromise anything. Wow, they are hard, huh? Also,
I know sometimes they really are. I'm like, dang.
Does not allow males or females.
But,
okay, Matthew Walter. Okay, I didn't realize that. Maybe she doesn't do that part anymore. I'm not sure. I'm just saying what was in her background. But yeah, it's interesting. Do you guys want to hear? You want to watch that video that I was sent where she's on the news talking about something else, or no?
Like a totally different case.
Yeah, this is about. I think I haven't even really watched it all, but from the title, it sounds like it's the. I saw an article with her too, where she's trying to bring her family over from Russia.
Oh.
I don't know. It's a public, so I'm not doxing anybody. She was on the news, so if I play it, it's not doxing anybody. It's public. It's out there. She went on the national news, or went on the news and talked. So I mean, I think I'm all right playing it. Why would that wouldn't be bad, right? It's not a personal.
To the 5 people in chat who don't like it, it probably will be, but I don't see an issue with it. We play all kinds of news stuff.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Hold on. Here we go.
A soldier from the Bay Area is in Germany tonight, reunited with her cousin's family after they fled the war in Ukraine. ABC 10's Jay Kim brings us their incredible story of escape and survival.
When Russia began its invasion on Ukraine a few weeks ago, Anastasia Manich's world turned upside down, knowing her cousin Tatiana and her cousin's 11-year-old daughter Sofia were in the middle of a war zone in Odessa, desperately wanting to flee the country.
I rushed into my boss's office and I told them the situation, and they're like, yes, go. If you need to go help your family, you have our full support.
And so she sprang into action, booking a flight that same day.
Poland right now, their waiting lines at the border were extremely long. And I was like, just meet me in Romania.
Tatiana worked at the Odessa airport as a police officer. There, she heard numerous loud explosions as bombs and missiles erupted nearby. Manich translated for her in this interview with ABC 10.
When explosions happened, I made a swift decision to take my child and run. It's extremely frightful to run with a child, and all you have relying is on your own strength and to the God.
The chaos and terror embedded in her memory as she reflects on the journey of escape and survival with her daughter, only grabbing a few items and leaving relatives and life as she knew it behind before making a perilous journey to Moldova.
No, they said the other girl's name.
When they were heading towards the border, they were getting shot at a few times. The car in front of her and the car behind her got hit.
Tatiana's daughter Sofia ducking for cover in the back seat for nearly 4 hours as gunfire continued to erupt.
Tatiana's the other girl, guys. So
they got extremely lucky, and they were able to cross the border.
Once safely making it to Moldova, they spent 4 sleepless days traveling to an airport in Bucharest, where Manich was patiently waiting to see Tatiana and Sofia for the first time in 5 years. Their emotional reunion captured on video.
Actually, I guess it does have it up there, but hey, this is public.
With so many emotions.
The trio is now safe and sound in Germany. Manich has to get back to work in the Bay Area soon, but
I will be back for them. I will be back so we can cross that border and we can be reunited as a family in my own house.
Tatiana has applied to come to the U.S. For now, she plans to stay in Germany with her daughter.
Thank you, Danielle, Dorian. And no, her name, Tatiana, was the other one. But you know, this is public information, so thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Oh, thank you, Avery.
That's pretty badass that she went over there and took care of her family like that.
No, that made her look, yeah, good. Yeah, it definitely is. And I know she was trying to get some of her other, I don't know, maybe that is the story where she was trying to get some of her family over. So yeah, that might have been the article that I saw where it was talking about that too.
So
No,
somewhere
it
some
is.
insider saying she's not active military anymore. And
Maybe
that's how
not.
she can have the purple hair. I like her purple hair because I like purple, but I don't know. I don't know how relevant that is either.
I don't have a point. I was just addressing, because I haven't talked about it at all. I was just kind of addressing the stuff that Ryan's been putting up, just to show you where I stand on it. That's all. We're going to get into Kiely, but I just wanted to kind of give you my thoughts because people have been talking about it. And I just wanted to say, I don't think that they're involved in it, but I do think there's just weird things that just don't make sense. I don't get that. But I can't see that, especially Ichamel. I can't see him being involved in a murder. But I just want you got to admit that Ryan, what he found that looks like that lady from the what did you say, maybe a communication officer?
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
a communications officer.
I mean, you have to admit, dude, that's freaking weird. Hold on.
That is really weird. I wonder if they do know each other.
They have to. I mean, she's with her right here. You could tell she's a lot young. She's like younger in this, and she's really young in this. And I think they're together, right? They have to know, because look on this one right here, they're together. That's her in the middle, Anime, and then that's her.
That's
so they
crazy.
gotta know each other. So it's just weird how she's connected, but maybe, she's from California. She's from the area. I mean, well, she lives in the area, I should say. So maybe they're friends. I mean, but it's just weird that all this little details that just how everything happened. It wouldn't be weird, I don't think, if it didn't happen the way it did. How everything took place, now it's coming across a little weird. That's all.
Right. I agree with you. And why not? Why wouldn't you say that? I mean, I guess maybe you don't want to compromise her, or why wouldn't, like, when she was going on these panels, why didn't she say, yeah, I wanted to follow this case because a friend of mine is an officer there, and hold on, sorry.
No, that's true. Why didn't she? Thanks, Melissa. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not sure. But yeah, why didn't she? And why did she lie about the date that she was there? That's another thing that they caught. I think it's up on Ryan's, where it's the screenshot. You could see it says the 13th. And I guess originally she said she was there on the 20th searching for Kiely. And then she shows her phone. That wasn't the 20th. It definitely was a 1. You could tell it wasn't the 20th on her phone. Why? Like that's like, why are you lying about the date? That makes no sense to me. Thank you, Mo. Did you see that, Teresa?
Let me see. That's not the same person. Anime's friend doesn't even live in California.
Thanks,
Okay.
Mo. No, not that one. But I'm saying, Teresa, did you see the one where the screenshot that shows her phone though?
I did. The one that has the wrong date.
Yeah.
See, that's all kind of weird.
That makes sense.
Okay, Neil
man.
says it's not the same person. Right, okay, so then my question is that Xana May and not the communications officer? Or is that the communications officer and not Xana May?
Good question.
I don't think anybody's making excuses for anybody.
I can't
as much
win
as you
either.
guys want to think that you know these people and you know what is happening. Like,
I think
we
it's
don't
pretty
know
clear
these
what I
people.
said. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm, but there's people saying that, like, the other side, and now I don't even know how to do it. I'm trying to be fair, but yeah, it's hard, huh? Thank you, thank you, Danielle. Sorry, I keep saying Danielle. How would that be pronounced? Daniel, right? Why did I say Danielle? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me today? That's Daniel,
You
right?
got a bunch of people coming at you sideways.
Flying to Romania and on a commercial flight isn't a big deal. That is not badass. Anime didn't Black Hawk down in the Ukraine and save them. Thank you for the super chat.
Well, I think it's badass that she actually went over there, knowing the craziness that is there. She went into it to try to help her family. I think that's badass. There's tons of people who would not even have hopped on a commercial plane, a jet ski, a boat, anything that you want to call it. They wouldn't have gone. So
no, you're right. Yeah.
To me, it's badass because it shows a lot of loyalty to her family. And I don't know, I'm a pretty loyal person especially when it comes to my family. So her doing that is badass. Do I think that she's like Black Hawk down? No. But it's a good personality trait, is all I'm saying.
Oh, you're funny, dude. I think she's Black Hawk Down. No, but yeah, I'm gonna play this while we're chatting. I'm gonna play this lady on Facebook. It came out a couple days ago where she made that drive at night. Did you see that? It's kind of creepy. It's kind of like because we'll see what Kiely kind of. Well, you could tell it's a little bit. It's just getting dark. So when Kiely would have made it, it would have been a little bit darker. But did you see that, Teresa, or no?
No, play it. I'll see. Let me see.
Hold on. Let me see if it.
Everybody wants me to know that she did not fly into Ukraine.
Okay. Well, we know. Thanks, guys. Hi, Cynthia. I just want to hear what she says. I think she. Can you guys see it, right? Oh, thanks, Avery. Thank you for joining. Let's get some Kiely emojis up there. I have 3 of them just to kind of remember her. Hey, Soul. Hey, Dark Sea. Hey, Mods. Thank you, Autumn Renee. Thank you.
You know, the person I find the most suspicious in all this, we've talked about it, is Sammy. She's the one that I'm like, if there's anything off, it's Sammy. So who's Sammy connected to?
Testing.
I'm glad you said that. Hold on a second. I wanted to bring up, hold on. I wanted to show somebody email me. And at first they were emailing me like pictures of her bruises. And at first I didn't see it, but then I got a good shot of it. And she has a big bruise right here. Did you see that?
Yep.
Like, hold on. There's no denial. It's a bruise, but I don't know. I mean, it could be from anything, but hold on. Let me show you.
She's the most sus one. So I'm like, okay, does Zanime know Sammy? Does Ronnie know Sammy? You know, like to me, that's a bigger deal than that Zanime went there later. I don't know.
But just why did she lie, though? I don't get why she lied. That's what bothers me.
I don't know why she lied. I mean, I can assume that it was to try to save her own ass in some form, you know, some way, shape, or form. But I mean, her friend was missing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What's that from, Sammy? So somebody had, okay, there's a Hope Reigns and somebody else. Who was it, Hope? I saw your message. I saw your comment, and then somebody else had the same comment that they think, what if Kiely is such a good friend that she was looking for Sammy because she's supposed to give Sammy a ride home. And maybe she didn't, maybe Sammy's lying about her saying bye to her or whatever. Maybe she forgot and she was looking for, and that's why she went down by the beach looking for Sammy to try to give her a ride home. Do you think that a couple of people had that theory? What do you think of that?
I'm sorry I missed it because somebody's saying that it's a little sus that I defended Zanime.
Oh my Lord.
I'm gonna be in the conspiracy dip. I made it. I win.
No. Oh my God.
You know, and I'm from California, so you never know.
I know, it's hard.
That's crazy. And I'm not defending her. I'm literally saying I don't know this woman. We don't know her. You don't know her. Does she do sus stuff? Absolutely. We already covered that. It's just, I don't know, man. You got funny people in here. You got awesome people in here, then you got some funny ones. Remember that one live I was on and they said I was Black Dove?
Yeah, what was that all about? That was weird. Like, wait, how do you even think that she's
oh, it's awesome.
That was funny. That was really funny.
Keeping people on their toes is what I'm doing.
Yeah, you are. So let's just agree, like, we're not going to all have the same opinion, guys. So let's just agree to disagree. Like I said, I don't know. I just know there's weird things. Like I said, I don't think thinking that anybody would be involved in it, but it is weird. And then just how Sammy was had some weird stuff going on, right? Actually, let me share. Hold on. Let me share this this video of where you could see the video where that screenshot was taken. Hold on.
Okay, and I have other questions about Sammy as well.
Okay.
So somebody in chat actually brings up something about that she had bruises on her right thigh as well. I haven't seen those. But the rumor is, and I've never seen where this came from, so if somebody can help me, or if you know, about Sammy being wet and changing her clothes, or Kiely being wet and changing her clothes.
I think it was Sammy. That's the rumor going around, that Sammy was wet and changed her clothes. But
where did that come from? Do we know?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure out where that came from. I'm trying to find. Does anybody know in chat where that came from? Anybody? Where it came from with her wet clothes? Okay, look at her arm right there. You could see it. I just wanted to. It's a pretty nasty bruise. I don't know, Teresa, though. I was trying to get where that originated from, but I don't think anybody could answer.
Yeah, I would love to know that.
Because that's huge, dude. If that's the case, then somebody that knows that needs to tell the cops that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that's true, like, we need to have the cops know, because there's something up with that. Like, at least they need to look into
what time was she wet? What time did she change her clothes?
Yeah. Definitely. So I just know, like, it's going on in the Facebook groups where people are saying that, but I'm trying to find the originator. Like, where did that stem from? Where did that start from? You know? That's what I need to find.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, if you find that, please, I want to talk about that, because I would love to know when and why she was wet.
Yes, definitely. Here, let me try to bring up. Okay, I'm going to do this again real quick.
Yeah, that's a really big bruise.
It is. It definitely is.
Ooh, look at what Avery said.
What?
If you can zoom in on that bruise, she can tell you how old it is. It's her specialty.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, give me 1 second, because I want to thank some Avery. Okay, thanks, Avery. Oh, that was you that super chat. Okay, hold on 1 second. And thanks for joining, and then thanks for the super chat. And yes, we will zoom in. Thank you. Romania isn't crazy. Take your meds. Who said Romania was crazy? Oh, she's saying it is. Did you see that? She answered you. Did you see, Teresa?
No, I missed it.
Mo? You see? She says, not the communications officer. They look similar, but they aren't the same person.
Oh,
so she's thinking that that's not.
So it is Xana May, just not the communications
I don't
officer.
know. I mean, that's just an opinion. I still think it looks like her, but I don't know.
I'll look more into that. I hadn't really looked at that, so I'll look at it.
Oh, thanks, Melissa, for joining. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family, guys. Mods, do you want to put Teresa's link up too? Because she has a channel
Don't worry
too,
about that.
guys. Well, why? What do you mean?
You don't.
Thank you, Spouse.
I just like hanging out with you. I don't want you to worry about that.
I know, but it's the least I could do. Thanks, Gal Sally, for joining. And then I want to find that one. Okay, Ashley, I'm gonna zoom in on it 1 minute.
Oh, Ashley says bruise on the cheek too. I've only ever seen that on the
Oh, I thought it said something. Thanks for rereading that for me. Okay, what? Okay, we're gonna look at that. And no, you weren't rude at all. I didn't even think you were being rude. But thanks, Mara R. I'm really open to other opinions. Like, it doesn't bother me if people disagree. It really doesn't. I mean, I do feel passionate sometimes about certain things that it's hard. It's like, no, but like
you're like, no, I put 10 hours of research into this. I'm pretty good with what I think happened here.
Thanks, Avery. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in. I just wanted to make sure I got all the. Oh wait, there's another one. Okay, this is that one up for the cheek. Okay, so let me see. Let me bring up that picture again, and then I do want to end up watching this where she makes that drive, like, at least when it's dark.
Oh yeah.
And then she does another video where she says she's at the sanctuary, the campsite. I wish I would have had that when I was comparing all the things to see if I could match up something.
You're like, dang it, now I got to stay up tonight.
Now a fourth one I got to compare, but I think they all had the right site. I think they were all on it, and that's my opinion on it. But we're gonna talk about that in a minute, because I just wanted all the people that disagreed. I just want to at least explain some things about your disagreements. Like, okay, so what was I doing? Bruise. Hold on.
Bruise, yeah.
Bruise. Oh wait, am I sharing anything right now? Oh,
no.
Okay, well, I'm looking for it. I might as well share this while I'm just looking while we're chatting. All right. So she tries to make the drive at night, like where she thinks Kiely would have made the drive. And Lori, are you here? I got your email. She has another theory, because now that we know where it was at, wait till you see this, Teresa. I think this might be it. If she drove into it, what she thinks she could have, how the route, and it wasn't the same route as we were all thinking. It's just an opinion, but it's like, whoa, that makes sense. And we're going to go over that. So Lori, if you're in chat and you want to come up when we go over it, then I think that could be a possibility. When I read your email today, it was just not even long before my live. I'm like, whoa. Okay. Sorry. I keep getting sidetracked. Okay. So Kiely, I think it's on, here it is.
Okay, so we can't forget to go look at the bruise because they want us to look at the bruise on the thigh and on the face.
Okay. So which video should I play it on? That same video?
Somebody had said, hold on, let me see if I can scroll back up and see it.
For the
It
cheek
was
one.
Tammy. I can't go back that far. Tammy said something about the one with the white shirt, but I don't remember what else it said.
Okay, let's see. Here is, hold on a second. This is just a screenshot, but maybe we should play the whole video then, huh?
Unless they
I
see
could
it, unless they can see it there. Justice Janny, you're very welcome. I would love to do an update on summer.
An arm is bruised more than just blood drawn. You don't see the bruise. Okay, hold on. This is definitely a bruise when you watch the video. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me play the video and then maybe you'll be able to see it. What did I do with that video? All right. So video. I have a couple. I have all the Sammy videos, so we could watch all the ones she's in, so we could watch them if we need to watch other ones. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I have that other one we'll watch too to see the cheek. Okay. So the first one will be the arm.
We're here at the Truckee Recreation Center. This is just off.
We don't need to listen to the. Okay, so
this is the Tammy says the one with the. She's giving a speech outside, and on her leg she had "Find Kiely" written in white pen across the length of her thigh.
Okay, I know. I think I know which one you're talking about. But look at that, guys. You can't deny. Like you could look at that right here. So just the denier, or not the deniers, the people that are doubting. Now, which side of the cheek, Teresa? Did you see which side?
I don't know the one on the cheek. I only know the one on the arm that you're talking about. It's the only one I've seen. I didn't see a thigh one or a face one yet.
Okay, so let me play the other one. Let me just see if there's any more in this one where we could see her. Okay, so we could see her thigh here. Let's see. No, not her hair. No, but the one on her arms there, 80K, but.
Hi, Marshall. Right side of cheek.
Right side. Okay, so we wouldn't have been able to see it on that other video. All right, let's just see if there's any more in here. Oh, thanks, Pointer Lover. Hey, Zev, you're so kind. I wish these people would get off here about much love to you. Thank you so much. You're always so sweet. I
like Pointer Lover.
I know. It's awesome. I don't know if I'm calling you, if I should call you a she or he. What are you? Or you don't have to say, but I was just about to say she's awesome, but then I'm like, wait, I don't even know if it's a she or he. Okay, let's see if there's any more. And then I'll play that one you were talking about with the where she's standing out there talking. Here we go. Let's do that one. All right.
Modine says Sammy is hot and innocent. If you're watching, Sammy, call me.
Oh my God, you're silly. Who said that?
Who was it? Modine.
Modine. Well, I guess she's 18, so she's legal. Okay, so let's look. You said on this one, I mean, it's still hard to see her right side. Is this the one you guys said that we should be watching or no? Oh, look, Marshall. Yeah, I do think it was. I think if I were to bet, I would bet on an accident, but I'm still not 100%. There's still a part of me that thinks, maybe there was foul play. So I'm not convinced, but I do think it's the most likely thing that it was an accident, but I'm not fully convinced. So it's just bothering me because there's just things that just are making it hard for me to be like 100% convinced, you know? What about you, Teresa?
Sorry, I had a little person talking to me.
Oh, it's okay. Thanks, S. Hockett.
Hi, S. Hockett.
She did so that night there was 60% visibility and the video made was 4% visibility. And okay, based on them. Okay, thanks, S. Hockett. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so you're saying that video that lady made that we were just watching, it was less visibility, right? Isn't that what you're saying? That night,
yeah, basically that the moon was brighter on the night that Kiely went missing, so there would have been more light, is what I'm understanding.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Face. Do we see a bruise? Man, it's hard to tell.
On the right side of her face.
Yeah, I wish because we could see her left side better. I don't see it really yet. Do you guys? Anybody? Oh, the writing is to cover up. Huh? You think that really? Wow. Let me see. Is there something else we should play? What about the one where she's in the woods? The other one. Should we try to play that, do you think?
Yeah, maybe. But does she really? She's like talking into the camera on that one mostly. No.
Yeah,
Does she show herself?
is. Oh, wait. What do you mean? There's a part where she does.
Oh, okay. I think the
let
part
me
I've watched
look.
over and over again is when she's talking into the camera because I was looking at where she's pointing to.
Yeah. People are retarded. Oh, maybe that could be. Maybe she was a part of the fight. I mean, that's a good. But did you guys ever? Do you think it's a possibility that Kiely was a part of the fight that night and something happened, or no?
Oh, these friendly fights? I don't know. That's such a
Yeah.
weird thing to me.
It is. All right, let me see. People email.
I went to a lot of parties when I was young, and I don't remember anybody ever friendly fighting.
Kids, I feel like kids need more stuff now to get I don't even know what the word for it, but it's like the kids are different these days though, aren't they? Okay, anti-enemy is
Jesse, you recognize my voice? Yeah, I interviewed Allison from Summer Wells case. Yep, that's me.
yay. Yeah, that's right. You did it. You were like one of the first ones, huh?
I think so. I think I was the first to interview Candace, but she wouldn't come on camera. And then I interviewed Allie and her friend Leslie and David Dotson, the flute guy, the mortician.
Wow.
Yeah, I had some interviews with that case. That was deep.
You had some good interviews, man. That one, yeah. Whew. Maybe we could maybe do a video on that sometime together.
Oh yeah. Summer's
Okay.
one of those cases like we talked about before that it just kind of becomes so chaotic that I still follow like all the main stuff, but I can't live in the day-to-day of it because it's too much, and I don't have that much time to invest into watching YouTube to understand everybody's point of view.
Yeah, it's hard, yeah, to try to go to, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's why sometimes it's like, whew, I gotta back out.
Yeah. And I talked to Mary's Don's stepsister. I had a few interviews with her as well.
Okay. Yeah, that case had a lot of different things going on, huh?
Still does.
I haven't looked into it in months now.
Don's getting out of jail at the end of October.
Wow, so he's gonna be all over YouTube again.
I'm like,
probably,
oh gosh, what's gonna happen?
He probably is, huh? Gonna be all over. Okay, let's see if they show her. I know this might be, they might show her in the other one, but I thought they showed at least her a little bit on each one, but let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be, when Don gets out, it's gonna be good.
Hi, Anne's Texas son. I remember Allie and Leslie sitting in the car. Hi, T.
Oh.
Everett says Sammy's not involved with this. And I'm not saying that she is. And I don't think Zav's saying that she is. But I don't understand why she's going to have to figure out why she made up crap when her quote unquote best friend was missing. And it's not like we're just saying she lied. Like the cops are saying she lied. She's saying 12:36, she got a phone call and the cops are saying basically that's impossible. The phone was shut off at 12:33. That means they are saying that Sammy lied.
Oh.
So why did Sammy lie? And if it was if she misspoke and it was 11:26, like that would be something that you would want to make sure gets corrected like ASAP.
Yeah, she should have came out and just did a post. She could have just tweeted it or something quick.
Yes,
it's like, hey, I made a mistake on the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's weird. And then what else was weird that she said? If she did indeed change her clothes, but I do not know where that started, so I can't.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
confirm
The other thing that I always found really weird was she has the two stories about how things were happening when she left. One was that Kiely was supposed to drive her home, and so she told Kiely that she was basically too intoxicated to drive her home, and so she was going to get a different ride, and that was at 11:25 when she left, right? So then the next one is that Kiely called Sammy at 12:36 to ask her if she still needs a ride, but she'd already said that she told her she didn't need a ride. And then one was that Kiely was going to be sleeping in the car at the party. That was like the plan, to sleep at the car. And you can't quote me on exactly what was said because I'm not saying it's verbatim what she said, but that Kiely was going to she was going to party and then sleep in the car. So then why would Kiely be giving her a ride home if Kylie's plan was to stay there and sleep in the car?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. And then she
makes
never
no
tells
sense.
anybody that she's wearing a white sweatshirt, except it says that we were together the whole time. We were together the whole time. We drank out of every drink, from each other. But then the other time she says, oh, we'd meet up and then we'd separate and we'd go talk to our people and then we'd get back together and then we'd, go talk to people and then we'd get. So I'm like, if that's true, how were you together the whole time and you drank out of every drink together? You have no idea what drinks she drank out of if you guys were separating. Her stories don't make sense.
And don't you think it's fishy that she makes a point to say they drank out of every drink together? That makes me think that something happened with the drinks, and that is what the thing is, that they gave her something with the drinks. Because why make a point to say, oh, we drank out of every drink together? I feel like that makes me want to look into the drinks, and maybe you guys gave her something to drink and drugged her for some reason or something. I don't know.
Yeah, why bring that up? I don't, unless there was a question like preceding it, like, do you think she was drugged? And I don't know because I can't quote that interview verbatim. So, like, do you think she was drugged? And her answer is no, there's no way. We drank out of every drink together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense to bring it up then, but still.
You didn't ask that.
Right. So then it does. And also she says we would split up and then we'd get back together. And if you're
Yeah,
together,
so how would they
do you
know?
not know that she's wearing a white sweatshirt and not a black tank top?
Yes. Thank you, Ashley. I screenshot it. I know I figured that was the spot. I screenshot it. It could just be her hair though, but I screenshot it so I could zoom in. But no, I agree, Teresa. Yeah. So that's why I'm not able to completely knock her off my list, but just because the weirdness of those things that you just brought up. Yes.
Yeah. So she's more sus to me than Xana May, Nick and Mel, and Ronnie. I think Ronnie could just be a clout guy and wanting to say whatever he wants to say, and he got stuck in a really bad spot. Or his cousins could have been there and he could have been telling the truth. I have no idea. I don't even know at this point if it's going to play into what the conclusion of the investigation is. So we'll have to wait and see.
I know. How long do you think that's going to take?
Well, they said 4 to 6 weeks. They said 4 to 6 weeks for toxicology. It could be sooner because it is so high profile. But it really just depends on. It depends, and then you got the FBI who is processing the car, and then you've got California Highway Patrol that's doing an accident recreation. So I mean, there's a lot of little factors in there that they're looking at every angle of it. So it's not ruled out that something else happened to her. That's a big deal. Like, why they could easily rule out, like, okay, this is what happened. The autopsy's done. So the preliminary, water in the lungs, that's already done.
That would be huge. If they just said that, then that would be like, well, okay. Well, it still doesn't outrule it completely, but I would be more convinced because she could have still just maybe been passed out and then they did something. But I'll be more convinced that, okay, she did just drive in. But if it's not, like, if that's not the cause of death, I mean, you know what that means then. There's something going on. She died before she went into that water.
It would be pretty easy for them to say there's no water in her lungs. We are ruling this foul play and leave it at that, unless they are waiting to see what people that they suspect have done. Because that's also why they're not releasing it one way or the other. Because that part would be done. So
wait, okay. So you're saying they want to wait to see who? Like people,
who does what? Like,
okay.
So if they come out and say, yes, there's water in her lungs, then do people like get really lax and start saying something? So would that be beneficial, or would they prefer to say like, we're not going to say anything and see what these, these suspects, I mean, they're not suspects, I hate to call them that, but these sus people start doing, and we can keep an eye on it and make a determination. Because so if she does have water in her lungs, we go back to that. Okay, so there's a good chance that she just drove straight into the water, but there is still the thought that she was put in the car, passed out, and maybe whoever else was driving accidentally went into the water, and that person got out and didn't save Kiely or didn't tell anybody that Kiely was in there. Because that would be my next guess. If we're going past that she drank and drove and got in the water, that would be my next guess, is that one of her friends was driving her thinking, I'm more sober than you are, so you sleep it off and I'll drive home. And they drive into the water, get out of the car, leave her there. Man. Then you got the third option. So now there's no water in the lungs. Did something happen to her at the party? Whatever type of foul play, they put her in the car, drove the car off into the water to hide the body. Really stupid to put it right there though. So that makes me go, okay, these are kids or young adults. So maybe they're not criminal minded, but you wouldn't typically just go, oh my gosh, just push it in the water right there. You'd probably want to do something else with it, but
yeah, I mean, it's, man,
chances are this is going to be ruled an accident, and it's going to be an unfortunate accident that hopefully people can take and learn from, because I mean, if you guys look at statistics, drunk driving kills so many people.
Well, people are bringing up that her mom said that she would never drive drunk. She would call for a ride home.
Yeah, my mom would have said that when I was 16 too.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't, Mom. As much as I want to say Mom knows, I just don't know if Mom knows.
Okay, so it does look okay. Did you see the video of the cheek? I don't know. It does look like it's a mark, but it could be just the hair. I'll show you in a minute.
Oh, this is the leg.
The leg,
Can we see the leg?
I could see right there. I don't know. Maybe this is even covering up some.
Yeah, and it's like all white.
What do you think? And then this is dark right here. It almost looks like a mark here, and then the white. Yeah.
I could see that being potentially an issue right there.
Yeah.
It could be lighting, but it's weird that it's all white. Why is the white wiped in the background?
I don't know, but I don't see the cheek thing. But the cheek, if I show you the picture, I'll show you here. Let me get it. It would be like way up. Hold on, I gotta find it. I screenshot it from the video. But yeah, no, it does look like a bruise, and then even under the white, it looks like something's going on too. So that's kind of weird. And then here's the cheek thing. Here I screenshot. What do you think of this? Like, I think they're talking about this. I think that could be hair though. Right here. If that's what it looks like.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Hair or a bruise. I don't know.
That's terrible quality.
Yeah.
It's like a little blurry.
Because it's a screenshot from a video.
That one you'd need another few shots to compare it to. We need some tree stumps and some other tree stumps and then some more tree stumps to be able to figure out exactly what location that bruise is in.
Well, let's see here. So that came from. So what do you make now? Okay, so now that we could kind of figure out where the party was. Do you think that there's any possibility that picture, because some people are still thinking that picture of all the kids, that it still could be them looking, but look at this. I want to show you this theory. Hey, is Lori in the chat? Because I was wondering if I could just share your email. It won't be your email address, but what your theory is.
Do you compare the trees from the photo to the trees from the party? I can't tell what direction they're looking.
No, I couldn't match anything on that picture. I tried and I just couldn't. Maybe if I look again, maybe let's see.
I have no idea. I mean, there's obviously, as you can see through the one girl that's driving through there in all of your video, you can see that there's different roads or different ways that you could face your headlights. So I'm like, if you could figure out which way they're facing, it would be more impactful to say they saw something, but I don't believe they would have seen headlights of Kiely going into the water, especially. And I don't think I know you said steep in your video. I don't know if I necessarily think that's steep. It is definitely a different elevation, but I mean, it's not like straight down,
You mean
right?
by the water where it goes into the
Yeah.
water? No,
So
it's
if her
not straight
car's
down,
in
but
the
it was just
water, would you
steeper than I
be able to
thought.
even see
Like,
it from that elevation?
wait, say that again.
Like, would you be like from where the party is and the elevation change down to the water, even if it was 4 or 5
No.
feet more? Would you be able to see it from the party? Is what I'm wondering.
I don't think, but maybe they saw her driving down or maybe going the wrong. No, you're right. I don't think so. Unless
Yeah,
if
I don't know.
this is a
You'd have to do a
view.
lot of research on that one to see.
If the only thing that I could think of here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. Oh, thank you, C8. Thank you so much. The only thing that may be a possibility is if Lori's theory is correct, they could have seen her going this way. Which one? Did Lori respond in here yet? No.
Retrospect says if my daughter was left there and her friend is on national TV telling everyone that Kiely was intoxicated and that's why she got another ride, to me that alone is criminal. I don't disagree. I don't disagree that's a big problem. And then you have the other issue is that at 16 years old you can't drive an 18-year-old. It's illegal.
Wait, say that again. You can't?
She can't be driving mags and everybody around.
Why?
Because she'd have to be driving with an adult.
Even if you have your license?
Yeah, you're not allowed to drive teenagers. She might be able to drive.
Dude,
She
I
might be
used
able
to
to drive
do that all the time when I was 16.
I'd have to relook into that, but you can't drive a minor. You know, as a minor with a license, you can't drive another minor. I know that for sure.
But I would drive my friends to school and stuff.
Well, you used to, and so did I. But no, we can't do that anymore. That's changed.
Oh, it's new. Oh, you're saying anymore. Oh,
yeah. The kids nowadays, you go get your license, you can't drive your friends to school. You can't drive your little brother and sister to school.
Wow, I did not.
She might be able to drive 18 and older now. I'm not 100% on. So somebody else might be able to answer that, but she cannot drive a minor.
That's crazy. Well, did not know that. I learned something new. That kind of sucked. So people can't drive their friends to school anymore?
Mm-mm.
Dude, I was like one of the first of my friends to get my license.
Yep.
Because I was working since I was like 14. I saved up and bought my first car. So I had a car. I was so pumped. I drive my friends to school and, man, that sucks.
Yeah, you could drive like if your 16-year-old has a license and you're gonna drive, they want to drive their friends to school, you have to have an adult in the car with you. So they could still drive, but they can't drive just a minor. Sammy isn't a minor, but Mags is what I was saying.
Oh, but she did drive Mags there though.
Yeah. Mags is under 18. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I think she's 16, but I don't know for sure. But I was thinking that. Wow. Okay, so let me show you Lori's theory. And I think it's wow. Okay, about maybe if it was an accident. Now remember, guys, because a lot of people were commenting, like, why are you assuming she's driving? I'm not. That's just I think there's more likely that she did drive and it was an accident, but I'm still open to the foul play. So I just want to repeat that again.
When people ask why you're assuming she's driving, because statistically she's driving. That doesn't mean she concretely is. Statistically, she drank and drove.
Thank you. Yep. So, okay. So what my video showed is the party's probably like right here, right? Around this area. Okay. So what if, because she was parked on the somewhere back here, because she was parked on the opposite side of this road, if where Sammy pointed was correct, which makes sense because that's where that guy was parked there that was there looking for trash. So it must be like a common place to park, right?
So you think she's parked like right here on this little road in the middle, or you think she's parked off road?
No, maybe right here. Yeah, maybe like right here. I think. See, the thing is somewhere probably not on the road, but maybe like off or here or something.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking she was on that other little strip, the
Where,
one that
here?
goes off to the right. No, to the right. Yeah, to the right of it.
Over. Yeah, this,
like
right?
up and to the right. Now go to the right. Yeah, I thought she was parked there.
Up here.
But you did you go way further in than I did. So I'm going to go with what you said.
Well, okay, let's say she was parked somewhere around this road. Now, hear me out here. And this is Lori gets all the credit this is her theory, so I shouldn't, that's weird to say it like that. But okay. So what if, now think about it. If she's going out this way, what she would do is she would turn left right here, right? So she would turn right and then left. So what if she just got kind of discombobulated, turns right and then left, and then drove somehow this way up there. All the
Okay.
way. But I know it's a long way. That's just her theory, you guys. Just a possibility. I'm not saying that's the way it happened. But what if that's it? Because it would be the same turns, left.
So you think she'd be facing south, and then instead of making a right, she makes a left?
Because maybe she was just like parked like this or something. And yeah, instead, because if she would come out this way on the main road, I guess she could turn left. But you know how some people like
And the main road's up
Verna
further,
said some
no?
people go this way and then go around. I mean, so what
See,
if she
that's
was
what I was
going?
thinking. When she went up there and made a
Yeah.
right instead
I
of a
mean,
left.
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's what I've been thinking most of the time. But that this theory, since we found the party was kind of parked by this road,
Okay.
what if she just went out that way? Or is it too much to think she drove this much in the sand all the way up here? Maybe that's too much to think that. But what if she connected back here and went? I don't know. She should have been able to see it though. So maybe, yeah, maybe not.
What if she just went straight down? Right
Her
through the
car was right
straight off that
here,
road and
though.
just right down. Like,
But how would her car get here?
well, that's what I'm saying. She just goes straight from from that little T that you were at, like that little T, and she just
Okay.
starts to drive and just goes straight.
This way?
Yeah, is there trees that would block her from going?
No, I mean, no, there's openings. So, but you're right. Probably most likely she probably did come up this way and went like this, right?
Well, I would be curious to know, because then there is the other way. If she goes up here, it makes sense that she ends up down going to the right off that little tiny road into the water. My other thought is if she makes the right up on the top T, that she just goes. That would be a really weird left turn, no? Does the girl
It
make that
would.
turn in your video? Like,
Yeah, we're gonna watch that. And I did want
Okay.
to point out though, you could see that there's like boulders, and somebody emailed me there's like boulders. So I want to watch those video. So that this road, people probably don't go from. No, because they were driving in here. How did she get in here? So maybe these boulders aren't as big as somebody said they're boulders, but you could tell there's like rocks or something they placed there. Maybe so people don't go down there. Do you think? But if she was parked down here, that she wouldn't. She would already been down here. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. But yeah, probably most likely she went out this way and went this
up
and
there,
then
down, makes a left, and just goes straight out into the water, or
right
the
like
other
that.
way, and it's down on the bottom, and she makes that little right and goes out.
This way.
Mm-hmm.
I would like maybe one of the locals. I try to reach out to Verna again to see if you go down here and drive, does it appear like, because this kind of looks like a road. Can you be tricked to thinking, well, this is the right way, and then you just go like this, and then,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what the consistency of the like.
None of the videos has anybody driving down there. You know what I'm saying? Like that bottom little road that you're pointing at.
Yeah.
Nobody has a video of that part of it. They're just up in the wood part, right? And then they drive up here to that top T.
Yeah.
And then down to the. Okay.
Yes, everything I've seen. That's why maybe we could get one of them to go down here just to see how hard it would be to drive right here. Because if she was parked here, I mean, maybe she did.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
No.
Maybe she went up here. Either way, she got it done. Well, I'm assuming 3 minutes, but that's if we believe what Sammy said. That, well, no, we can't believe, because she said 12:36 they talked, and we know that's not true. So, but I'm saying if Elsa seen her at 12:30 and then she left right after Elsa saw her, then by 12:33 the phone, there's no more activity. So was she down here for 3 minutes? Which, let's see how long Verna's video is, how long it takes her to get down there. Hold on a second.
Okay, so there's some people in chat that are saying that bottom one is a trail. That's not a road, it's a trail.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I can't tell. So
could you drive it though? You guys, anybody know? Hold on, let me bring this up. Anybody? I'm gonna see if hopefully Verna, I emailed her 2 days ago to see if she would help me. Because she emailed me her video like a few days ago, and I was trying to play it on my last open panel, but it was just so packed that I think we missed a lot of it. Okay, so let me share her video real quick. All right, 1 second.
Okay, when you play that, I'm gonna have to hop off. I gotta go pick up my daughter from her gymnastics friends.
Okay. Oh, well, thanks for coming up.
I'll still be watching. So, but I just probably won't be able to interact much because I'll be driving.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you. And if you want to
Oh,
hop
heck
back
yeah.
on, hop back on. If not, thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate
Alright.
you. I appreciate
Oh,
all the cool people in chat.
I appreciate you too.
All right, we'll talk soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I am 40, baby smalls. All right, so I am going to add the link if anybody wants to come up, but let me play this. So this is the local here.
I'm going the back way. This
Oh
wouldn't have
shoot, it's
been the
not
way
sharing.
she came.
Hold on a second. Why does it do that sometimes? It won't share that video. Hold on. Let me take away some of this. Remove. Let's see if it works now. Nope, I'll have to share my whole screen. Hold on. Gosh darn it, I hate when that happens. All right. So let's watch this and see while I'm adding a link. Oh. It doesn't let me share the audio when I do it this time. That's the only thing. So we're just going to have to watch it without audio. And then let me share my link. Oh, whoa, I got a bunch of emails already. Wow. Let me see if there's any pictures. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, hold on one second. I'm getting... All right, one second. I'll get... All right. Well, I'm trying to get as many of these pictures that you guys are sending me. All right. Let me share the link. So you understand, like, if you follow her, she looks off to the right, right? Saying this is where the party is, which I was able to match some of the matches to Sammy's interview with the news clip. So we know that's where the party was. Okay. So then you're able to follow her up because this puts it into perspective of where the party is on an aerial view too. So does SF Investigates. But look, you're able to follow her. So she says off to the right. So she's going towards the water right now, right? So she comes up. She comes up to, hold on, let me see if I could. One second, guys. Let me see. Hold on one second. I just want to. Okay. Okay. So right now, which side is going to be better? You guys still see me, right? I'm getting a link, but like I said, I'm only going to maybe I'll let like 5 people up at a time. So it's not so crazy. Okay. So right now she's driving right here. She's driving along this road. Okay. And you'll see her first turn that she makes is when she's up here. She turns right. Okay. She says the party's on the right. So the party's somewhere on the right. Right. And then she keeps going. Okay. So I'm going to play. I'll speed it up when she goes up to the main spot where it was one of the times that Kiely made a wrong turn. So she made like 2 wrong turns basically. So this spot right here is right here. This is right here. Okay. So she's coming up to that. And she's going to turn right. So she's going to come down here. Okay, so she's turning right. And then we're going to come. And she actually does go down here to show us the beach area. So now she's coming this way. So that's the whole point of matching this up, guys. I just wanted to say it again because everybody's like, we knew where she parked. Sammy showed us. What's the point? The point is to match all these videos up where we could actually find out where the party is in relation to that, because we know where Sammy was is where the party was. So then we can match up the other videos of locals so we can know exactly where the party was. And the whole point is to find where the party was. That was my whole point of the video that I did, because we were debating it for hours and nobody knew for sure. So I decided to go through all the videos and figure it out. Okay, so did she come up? She's going to be coming up to this intersection here, right here. See, there's the tree right there. She's coming up to this. So she could either go right and go this way or left and go this way. And she goes left down to the water, down to the beach. Okay. You guys following? And she's going down here, and then she'll park somewhere up here because it is kind of steep. I mean, I know it's not straight down, but it's an incline where I think Kiely would have been getting some speed. I mean, not extremely fast, but even if she was going like 5 miles per hour through these roads, like she could have probably hit almost, I don't know, 10 miles per hour, 5 to 10 probably. What do you think going down there? I don't know how fast, but I could see her losing control as she's going down, and then she hits the water on a kind of an incline. All right, let me add my link. All right. I have to be off by 8 though, guys, because I'm doing a live with Bella. You guys come check it out. Bella and me are going to be reading the Delphi transcripts. So I'll have to leave before 8:30. It's going to be at 8:30. So if I have a panel, I might just have to cut it. I'll probably have to cut it off just so you know ahead of time. All right. So now she gets out. Let me share this. So any of you guys that didn't watch my upload, go check it out maybe after this. Check it out. And make sure you watch all of it, or at least skip parts, because I do match up more than one thing. And then it matches to the location of the party. So just if you're in denial maybe about the first match, I do match up more, which is obvious. They're in the right spot. So just watch it on double speed if you have to, but at least don't just watch the beginning, because you have to watch all of it to understand the whole point. Okay, so the link is going in right now. And then let me pin it. Wait, did I pin the right thing? Yeah, I did. Okay. Where's my Facebook thing? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Hossein. Hey, Hossein. I watch everything in double speed. I do. Not I mean, most things, as long as you could still understand it. There's some people that just talk too fast that you can't. But most things I could watch in double speed, and you get stuff done in double speed. I mean, something that would take you an hour to watch, you finish in a half hour. Okay. So then she looks up. Hold on. So look, it's pretty inclined, which it's, when you look at it like from the aerial view, it's you don't realize how much of an incline it is. It's deceiving, I feel like. Don't you think? All right, hold on one second. All right, 80. Hey, 80K Lassie.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty well, thanks. You're doing a great job here. I did watch your video earlier, and Boy, that took a lot of time, but you connected a lot of dots.
Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Okay, so now we're full. So I think I hear echo. Hey everybody, thanks for joining. So if more people come in like maybe 15 minutes, I'll have to rotate out if more people come. So this will be good. We'll just 5 people. Perfect. Okay. So what's thoughts, anybody? I'll start with you, ADK Lassie. What are your thoughts now seeing everything? What are you thinking? And everybody, when you're not talking, will you mute until you talk? Just so we don't hear interference. We'll just start one at a time. So ADK, what do you think is going on? Like, do you think it's an accident, or where are you? Where's your head at with all this?
I mean, there's so many different directions. You kind of have to like set your mind on one and then go in that path to try to figure it all out. So it is quite the web. But I did send you some pictures because one thing I wanted to bring up was the water level. And that the picture that we're seeing on like Google Earth is not the most current. And one of the pictures I sent you was from when they pulled her vehicle out.
Oh,
much higher, much higher.
Oh, did you see that on the video that I did? I know that area. Hold on. That brings up, if you watched my video, you might have overlooked it, but where that tree is, you're right. You are so right. I'll share your pictures too, but let me just show you the video too, dude. The video of SF Investigates. Hold on a second. It's crazy. Yeah. Go ahead with your thoughts. Sorry.
No, that's all right. So like the theory of taking the shortcut over to whatever it is, I don't think that's in play, where she took a wrong turn and ended up in the water that way, because that would be out of normal vehicle accessibility, because you can see where people go four-wheeling down there. You know what I mean? Like off-road, like trucks, 4x4s, ATVs.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a road that takes you to the highway. It's literally like a trail.
Okay,
but I was also thinking I had sent where they had coned off that area, if that was a possible entry point. Because the water level's higher, she's going to sink, she's going to float out, and then it's also a reservoir. So if they open the dam, the current could take her around that bend to where they actually pulled her out.
Okay. So wait, you don't think that's where they pulled?
I don't think she drove straight out there, no. She might have fell off the side and like rolled down the embankment. Like, I think those cones might be where they thought her point of entry was. Into the water.
Okay. So here, see, this is a part of the video I'll show you here. I was trying to share yours, but why was it sharing something different? But look, this is right here. Isn't that crazy? So this is from SF Investigates, and then this is from the Google Earth. So you're right. There's a lot more water now than there was when the Google Earth took the picture. Is that what you were saying, right?
Yeah. And so you can kind of see the lines of the water level, kind of like what do they call it? A topographical map.
Yeah.
Where some of the shore, you'll lose 20 feet vertically, but in other places it might only be 3 feet because it's so steep. I think one side.
Yeah, they said what, 3 feet, 3 or 4 feet of water loss is like what, 15 feet of shoreline. The SF Investigates.
It depends on how the angle of your shoreline, though. Like if it's a beach, it's a small incline. Okay. I know you're into math, so I know you'll get this.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, I was looking.
I said I heard that you're into math, so I know you get this. You know what I mean? So like the slope of the line.
What'd you say before that, though?
So if the beach is at a small incline, it's going to spread farther the higher the water goes.
Yes.
If it's at a steeper incline, it won't go as far horizontally. I guess it'll just rise more vertically straight up, like compared to a cliff and a beach.
Yeah. Okay. You are right. Thanks for bringing that up. That is a good
route. Is probably where one, first they have to float the vehicle up, and then they might have moved it over so they could pull it out.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think that's where she may have entered the water.
Okay. So wait, you have to share where you think she entered the water then too. Where do you think she entered it? Hold on, I'm gonna bring up the map, and while I'm bringing it up, let's say who wants to chime in next?
Real quick.
Okay. Hey, FMXter.
Magdalene was only there for 10 minutes because she gave Sammy some new clothes.
What? But I thought they rode together. Where'd you hear that? FMXer? Okay, look at that, you guys. Look, this is that. Look how much drier. FMX, are you still there? Huh. I think we lost him. Can you guys hear him?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'd like to know more about that. Who else is up there? Now the names are too small. Humanimal, do you want to give your thought real quick?
Hello. Hi. Yeah, that was Tiff. Thanks for that wonderful video that you spent all that time making. When you were showing the drone footage that people had made, I mean, I think Yvonne is saying that this isn't possible, what I thought isn't possible, but I could just see that to the south of where Kiely's car was found off that little bit of peninsula where the secondary sort of kind of ramp is that goes into the water, you know, someone driving inebriated, thinking they know the area, thinking they are confident on the tracks and that it's a quick cut through to the I-89 south of where they'd have to take a really long way around. They may have thought they were elsewhere in the park and just taken the wrong left turn and wouldn't have realized that they've gone into the main body of Prosser Reserve until it was too late. And they were thinking if you go south from where Kiely's car was found, there's two tracks. One goes from the north, from the campground and from the party area, and one comes up from the south, and it's a broken track, just broken by a tributary of water. And, you know, I can imagine someone feeling cocky, really drunk, just wanting to take a shortcut to the I-89. See there? Would they have thought they were turning left to go across that little bit of water and see the trail? It goes out to a subdivision and comes out at the I-89, and it would save miles and miles of driving. And I don't know, it's just a sort of silly, cocky thing that a young, inexperienced driver of any age under 21 might do if they are really drunk. That was just what I wondered when I saw your video last night.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, you're saying that what I said, that Lori's theory about coming out this way? Is that what you're saying? You're thinking this way?
Oh,
Is
that's
that
good. If someone else has got that theory too, that's good. It's just because you can see that if you if you were mistaken about where you were actually parked at the party, you would think you were going to take a right and then a left turn or something like that. And actually you've ended up going down that fake boat ramp and off into the water. It would be too late. You wouldn't know what was happening until it was too late. You would think you were taking that little turn to go off down the little bit of track to cross what we would call a fjord in Australia or whatever, you know, across that little bit. You'd think, okay, she feels like she's got a bit of a four-wheel drive. She can go across a shallow piece of water, join up to the track, and at the north of your picture there, the main picture you're showing, you know, towards the trees, you can see the trail heads off. When you trace that on the map, it's just a road it's a trail that turns into the road that goes out through a new subdivision, and you can get on the I-89 there, and it saves miles and miles of driving up north out through the campgrounds, past a couple of the camping grounds, excuse me, to get on the 89 up, not near Donna Lake, but at a place called Donna Campgrounds or something like that. And I feel like, you know, we make silly decisions when we're younger. And, you know, I don't know if Kiely was, you know, Kiely most likely was driving, but even if, let's say someone, you know, FS was trying to drive her out, and just made the mistake, you wouldn't know until it was too late. You'd be in that water because it would look pretty much the same.
Yeah, look how much more, because I have it now lined up. So this is where this is. So the water actually starts like up here, right here. It's like right here. So that's how much more water it is there than on Google Earth. Like right there, because look, you could see this tree. Yeah, right here. That's crazy. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out. I had it up, but
just go a second back.
huh?
So just rewind
So
that
that's
main
this.
picture 1 second back and pause. Yeah, so keep going a little bit more. There. So that's the road. And would you think, oh, I can drive across that little tiny bit of water?
Oh, that's what you think. But that would be so mushy. Like, I feel like that's why I wanted to get a local to tell me the consistency. I think it would be so
yeah.
wet and hard. Like, you would know. It'd be like so, well, I guess. I mean,
Because see that, so see how it's slicing right through the middle of your photo, the big screen, that track, that just comes down from that campground road, but it's the turn after the one of the boat ramp. If you're, depending on which way you're going, you either could turn right onto both of those little roads, one that goes into the main water where Kiely was found, and this other one, see, that's a track, that's a trail. And if she knew the water level wasn't that high.
that's what Lori was talking about. Maybe she turned down that
Right.
road instead. It's a possibility. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Like down this road. Who else is up there? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
definitely a
instead of
possibility.
thinking, you know, that she was, anyway, that was because that then just goes out to the I-89, and it saves miles of driving in the dark. And if she thought she was quite local, knows the area, knows the shortcut, you don't have good judgment when you're really impaired, and it would be easy to take that other turn and not this turn to come down. Anyway, thank you for having me.
I think it's I think it's a possibility, Humanimal. That's why I brought it up on the live, because when I read that, I'm like, wow, because it does appear she was parked somewhere near here. So what if she did think this was this road and she got all discombobulated and went down here?
Yeah,
I think she went like this. I don't think she tried to cross it. Well, I don't know. I mean, none of us know, I guess, but I was picturing her going this way, because if she thought this road was this road, she would be thinking that she's turning maybe left up here, because she turned right, which would be right, and then left. I mean, do you think she turned down this way? I don't know. It's a possibility, definitely.
Yep.
Oh wait,
Whichever way she thought she was going.
I think she did. Yeah, sorry, I was showing you the map and I didn't have it shared. I was saying, like Lori was saying, I guess it is. I mean, it's a possibility, because we know she was parked probably somewhere around here. If she thought this road was this road and she got all confused, took it down, and was thinking she was turning right up on there. So she turned right down here and then left, and then she turned left here and was thinking she was somewhere else. Yeah. But would she have seen the water, though? That's the question. Wouldn't she see the lights off the water?
It's
or somehow see that there was water?
Dark, and there's that.
You're cutting out. Okay, so let's see who else is up here. Somebody just left. Is Cotton King Sarah, or who wants to talk next?
Can I just make a quick comment?
Yeah, drop down from. So, no, I think it'd just be too dark, even with you.
So that picture that you had up of the trail, or excuse me, of the waterway, and with the road.
Yep.
It still is pretty far zoomed out.
Hold on one second. Tammy, can you mute? Hi, Tammy. Thanks for joining. Will you mute for just until you talk for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll get to you in a minute. Okay. What picture now has Scott King Charlotte?
Oh no, I think it was someone else. But what I was gonna say is,
oh, it was Ada. I'm sorry. Shoot. I don't know. Okay. Whoever wants to say something, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Sorry.
After watching the lovely video that you made, I'm more leading towards it wasn't an accident, because there's no way you make. I thought it was only possibly one bad turn that she could have made, but it's actually two when I look at your video. So based on that, I would say that, to me, I'm more leaning to not an accident, because I thought it was only one turn.
Right there.
Wait, what are we looking at? But it would still be 2 either way. Any way you look at it, I feel like she still had to make that extra turn probably. Or you don't think she went off where that small road was?
Well, for starters, I think that the being drunk is just like allegedly. We don't know for sure. I have a son who's the same age as Kiely, and he can drive better than me at this point.
Okay.
He parallel parks better, he drives better than me. So, and then the other point that I wanted to make is that a lot of the locals, just like I live fairly close, but not in that area, but a lot of locals take other roads besides the common road. So that might be another road that she might have taken. And then just my last point that I wanted to make was when Sammy always states that she was the last one to see or talk to Kiely, how does she know she was the last one if supposedly nobody saw her leave? So how would she know for a fact?
That's a good point. How would she know that? If she was at the party still, she would have been talking to other people.
Right. Who's to say that she didn't talk to someone else? Who's to say that she didn't say bye to someone else if she left before?
Especially if her story is true, that if she really thought she was still at the party, then yes, definitely.
Yeah,
What do
so
you?
she would have had
Yeah.
interactions with other people. So
Wow.
that
Why that
statement is crazy to me. Yeah.
What's that? Who else do we got up here? Hey, Tammy.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
So I have a few theories that I've been like constantly looking at all the information. My theory is when they put the tarp on the back of the car, they left that driver's side window that was down. They left that like a little uncovered. I have a suspicion that she was in the trunk. And what it goes to my theory is maybe somebody left that window down because she might have been sleeping in the trunk because she was so drunk.
But she wasn't found in the trunk, was she?
I don't know, because that tarp that's covering the car, like half the window you can see in, like in the back, where it's rolled down a little bit. That's how we can see that it's rolled down. Like it looks like she might be in the trunk, and a couple other people have said this before that it looks like maybe she might be in the trunk.
Huh.
Because the back seat, it just doesn't, like, I don't even know how she would get in the back seat, but maybe she was passed out in there or somebody gave her something and they came back and she was already deceased.
I believe there's supposed to be an emergency latch on those type of cars in the back that opens the back trunk part.
But if she was passed out, maybe somebody came back and she was already deceased. I don't think she took any drugs. I think something was given to her. She was too responsible. She had too much to look forward to in life. Like, it just doesn't make any sense that she would do. A lot of this don't make sense. Sammy don't make sense. I don't know why she would come out and put herself in it if she had nothing to do with it.
I agree with that.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you putting the spotlight on you when you weren't even that good of friends with her?
Yeah, and it is fishy how she said, "Oh, we drank out of the same drinks." That makes you think, "Oh, that's maybe we need to look into that."
I think Sammy was in that car. I will always believe that.
I'll get you 1 minute, Lori. Yeah.
I've always believed Sammy was in that car driving.
Okay.
Or in the car. Somehow or another, I think she was in the car. She has too many bruises on her. How can she explain that?
Yeah, the bruise. I only see one for sure that I'm convinced, but the other, the leg now, that one on her leg.
Yeah, I see the one on the leg. Yeah,
the leg, and then the cheek. It could be her hair. I'm not convinced that on the cheek it's a bruise, but it might.
Why would she put writing on that one leg?
I don't know. It's weird, huh? Yeah.
It's like he could have been down by the water doing donuts and flipped over the side. She was stuck in the back seat.
I think she definitely has something to do with that. And that incline into the water is so high. I did not think it was that high until Verna went down there. I watched her video when she had the audio.
That's
And
the
I
one I was just
listened to
playing.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she came on Tyler Feller's page and she went through the whole drive again. And she was talking to him about it. And she said, all the other ways, the routes out, you can't go those ways because they're all covered with shrubbery and big rocks.
Yeah,
So
that
she
one
couldn't
you
go
saw was a
that way.
big rock, but if she was parked back there, what if she did go that and she turned down right that where that road was where we think she was parked is what I'm saying. What if she did?
Right. She could have. But something's fishy here. Something is definitely up. And I don't know if we're going to get much information because I heard the autopsy is sealed. I heard that on another
It's
channel.
what?
Sealed. They won't open it. They won't open it because she was a minor.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
true.
Yeah.
You can find John Benet Ramsey's autopsy. Being a minor has nothing to do with it. It's public.
No, I know.
It's
I know,
closed.
but
It's an open investigation. That's why.
yeah, the guy said on his stream he was trying to look it up, and it said that her autopsy was sealed. Now we might be able to get it. It may not be done yet. There might be more they're looking into. I don't know, but that's what he said. I don't know if that's true or not, but he said that he was trying to pull it up because it's public knowledge.
Woolstein home, what do you think? And Lori, we'll get to you because I want to hear you. You're the one that had the theory, right?
Yeah, I had a theory.
Okay. Hi, Woolstein.
Hello there. First off, great channel.
Oh, wait, I didn't mean to play the audio. Sorry. Hold
First
on.
off, great channel. I'm really enjoying your channel.
Thank
I hope that you can understand my accent because I'm from the UK. I'm somewhere called Geordieland.
I can so far.
So that's good. So basically, my theory, and I've had this from the beginning. I think what we've all got to think about is that none of us would be having this conversation now if it was just an accident. And I think the fact that there's foul play involved is the reason why there's so many YouTube channels covering it. And the FBI is still involved. That fact alone, to me, says that there's some foul play involved. So my theory as to what happened is I actually think that Sammy was driving the car that night. And the reason I think that is because she admittedly said that Kiely was too intoxicated to drive her. And Kiely wanted to stay at the party. She knew that she had to be home. And I think somehow, I think either somebody's given Kiely drugs. I don't think she would willingly take drugs herself. And when she said they were drinking out the same cup, I think she's probably given her something what she's put in it herself. And I think the fact that Kiely wanted to stay and go to another party or another venue at that place, I think she's probably tried to drive Kylie's car with Kiely passed out in the back. And because Sammy was intoxicated or drugged herself or both, I think she's the one who's drove into the car, into the water. And I think somebody there has obviously tried, well, they've got Kiely out and they've not been able to get Sammy out. They've got Sammy out, but they've not been able to get Kiely out because obviously that's taken time to break the window to get her out, by which time the car's sunk. And I think that's, to me, that's the only possible motive that somebody's got to cover this up. I don't think there's any other motive that they could have.
Let me just thank a couple of people. Yeah, maybe. Thank you, Melissa, for the super chat. And I am going to look at it. It's probably the one that the Christine, or I forget what her name is, but it's that 33-minute one in the dark. Is that the one? I was going to play that. Thank you. And Annie, oh my God, you're right, dude. That mark on her leg does look like it could be somebody trying to squeeze out. Look at this. And that goes along with what you said, Wolstein. Look, I mean, as far as being foul play. Let me show you that picture again.
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, you can tell she's got lots of cuts and bruises, and she's put white paint on her legs where you wouldn't normally put it. If you just wanted to write "Find Kiely," you would write "Find Kiely." But if you notice, all the way down her legs, she's got white paint where there shouldn't be white paint.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. She's definitely covering something up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, look. Like, what if that, like, that would make that mark, let's say you're trying to squeeze out the window, like if she was in the car or
Yep.
something. I don't know. I mean, it could be also fighting. I mean, who knows? But that does look like kind of like a scrape mark. Not
Yeah,
like
that's
kind of
been
like
done.
there looks, wait, that does look like a scrape right there. It looks
That
a little
is
bit
a
more
scrape.
red.
Yeah,
That
she's
is
got
a
them all
scrape.
over her legs. Yeah.
Wow.
And I think the damage done to that car when they brought it out the water, I think the
Isn't
damage has been done by somebody trying to get the window, and they broke the mirror and dented the door as well.
Wow.
isn't that bruise on the same side of her arm too as her leg?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. The arm and her leg. Yeah. It's the right side.
See, that match is sliding out of the car.
Wow.
And what's that random circle on her knee?
Yeah. That's very sus.
I don't
That's
know.
another
Like this
bruise.
looks like a bruise too, and then there's a little
Look
cut, but this
around
looks
it.
like a bruise.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at
there's
that knee.
somebody.
It looks like a bruise.
Oh, somebody's mic is really having a lot of interference. Let me see here. And somebody's echoing. Mute if you're not talking, just so we don't hear the interference. Lori, yeah, no, definitely. It's I'm gonna keep looking into her because I'm not convinced yet. Oh, look, there's some marks right there, even a little bit. So, Lori, how are you? Lori? Hold on a second. Hold on. Lori, can you hear us? Lori.
Hey, Zav, I'm going to get off now, so I'll let you get on. But thank you for having me on.
Woolston, thank you for your thoughts. No, I think there's a good possibility what you said. Thank you so much for coming up.
Okay. No, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
Bye.
gonna go too, zavgirl. I just wanted to tell you that your show is amazing. I just started watching you like probably about 3 weeks ago, and I can't miss a show. Like I put my
Oh, thank
notifications on. You're amazing. I love how down to earth you are, and you're like calm about the
I'd like to make one more
situation.
point too before
Oh, thank
I
you
hop
so
off.
much, Tammy. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You
Thank you for
take
coming
care.
up.
No
You
problem.
too. You too. Thank you. Bye. All right. Who wanted to say something? ADK? Is that you?
Yeah, please. If you could just bring up that drone video.
Yeah.
Sorry to go back, but
No, you're all right. Okay.
I just
Where
want
at
to
on the
look at
drone?
forefront, like over the water where they were showing that crossover part where the woman was saying the road was. I just want people to keep this stuff in perspective. Hold on. You just passed it, I think.
Like, okay.
No, maybe keep going forward. Sorry.
Yeah.
When he gets real close to where the crossover is.
Dr. Latina, thank you. They do look new. And like, do you see where those marks would be like on her leg? If let's say she was in the car and she had to like squeeze out the window, it could have made that.
I know
or
that
it could
circle
be
doesn't even
something
look like a
else, but-
smiley face or anything.
Yeah,
Underneath.
something. Or did they get in some kind of altercation? I don't know. But she definitely has one in her arm, her legs, and then maybe on her cheek, but we can't tell for sure if it's the hair or not. So I'm not convinced 100% it's on her cheek, but it does appear there could be one. Okay. Do you want me to pause it or
It's
anything?
starting to come up here.
Okay.
So if you look, we're almost right over it.
Hey, Maui, yes, I'm
like
so
right
right.
there. Okay, if you pause it.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
See the width of the tire tracks?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then look at the width of that body of water. That's deep. You know, and that's wide and that's deep compared to the relevance of the width of the tire tracks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be pretty confident. And plus, that's not even as high as it. Oh, no, that is because that's the live video.
Yeah, that is as high.
You know what I'm
but wait,
saying?
when I'm comparing to the
People are
tire
down there-
tracks, I feel like it's small. Like this part, you mean? Like if is this the tire tracks? Don't you think it's actually pretty small?
No, there's two sets there though.
Oh, wait! I see now.
You see what I'm saying? That's Maybe go back. You know what I mean? Look how narrow the tire tracks are, and then how wide it is, and then deep. I'm an off-roader. That's just why. You know what I mean? Like big trucks, like trucks are going to go through here. Or
yeah, I don't think she. If anything, she might have went. Like I don't think she crossed here, but if anything.
No, but that's the way people are saying to take the route to the highway. You know what I mean? You're not going that way unless you're planning on going off-roading. And I remember.
No, but you would stay. Like what we were saying is, you could stay along this and go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not cross. Or
eventually cross.
Oh, right here. This would be the other route going this way.
Right. That's what we're seeing right there.
No, you wouldn't. See what Bella was talking about? We were saying if she wanted to bypass this and go here and then come up, come up here. Hold on. That's what one of the persons said. But originally we were saying, go down here, come up here, and then this goes to 89. But now that we know the party was on this side, this is when we were thinking it was up here. What if all the people were going out this way, and to bypass it, she wanted to take a shortcut and come, you know what I'm saying, to come up here. But you're right. Somebody did say in the neighborhood.
Because that's the way to the highway.
Yeah. This goes to the highway too, though, up here. Look. They all go to 89. That would have went to
exit. How are you going to get on? I mean, just because you can see it doesn't mean you can actually get on that.
Well, if I bring on Google Maps, I'll show you.
Oh,
but,
all right.
But yeah, I didn't even think about this way. You're right. That you would have to go through water to go through the neighborhoods. You're right.
Yeah, but I mean, not only the neighborhood, you still have to cross that.
Well, I'm saying you'd have to go through this water. You're right. Yeah. So you can probably, but it would be like, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, for a little car like that, I mean, I drive a lifted Jeep. I mean, it might be some way, you know, somebody with a lift would take her or whatever, but you're not going to just take your little, I mean, yeah, it's 4-wheel drive, but it's an average vehicle. It's just my point. And then also I wanted to add, you know, being a teenager, we used to be able to blind drunk run through the woods away from the cops and know what direction we were going. So she would have to be absolutely inebriated, which I don't think she would do, because as an honor student at 16, I think she's a little more responsible than that. Not that she doesn't let loose and have a good time, but to get that extent, somebody might have dosed her or something.
Yeah, huh. Or I guess, hold on, I'm trying to, unless if she was even trying to, wait, hold on. But yeah, I see what you're saying, that one that connects.
How wide that is at that cross compared to the actual track size, because I think people aren't getting the proportions of everything they're looking at.
I still can't tell though how wide this is, because this track right here, which tracks are you looking at? Because isn't this the tire track? But it's not any bigger than this.
There's the bottom one.
So that wouldn't be very big, would it? Like, what if you even cross like right here?
Forward. I think if you go forward.
But like, let's say you want to try to cross here to get out to the road, which this does lead to the road. You could come up in one of these roads. Like right here is not that wide though. I mean, I just wonder what the consistency of this, like maybe a local could drive it for us.
I mean, it seems like those are beaten paths where you're not like off-road going and you're still following a trail. I mean, she'd have to be like randomly just driving, you know, like blind through. I mean, that's all marsh and muck and.
That's what I'm wondering. How hard would it be to drive in it? How soft is it? And how long has it been? Like, when's the last time that water was up this high, like past this? I know this is a current shot because this is from SF Investigates right here. So this is the way. This is kind of the way it looks. I think it was even higher. Remember, it was even higher than this though, because remember, he said it actually was a couple feet higher at the time of the party compared to when
everybody's crossing out that way to go.
So I don't know.
But with the whole thing and the kids partying, when you get to it after I hop off and you're over it again, that little peninsula where they all are, you can tell where kids are down there doing donuts and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, look, it looks like Verna's here, the local. Hold on a second. Let me add her because I want to hear what she has to say. Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of you, Verna. Somebody that's actually there that could kind of maybe help us. How are you?
I am good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Thanks for coming on. Did you get my email?
I just want to say
so terrible.
Good work, Zav, and I'm hopping off. Let somebody else on. Thanks.
Okay, ADK, thank you.
And I did send you those pictures, so.
Thank you. We'll go through them. Thank you. So Verna, what we were talking about with what she was just showing, that consistency, that would be hard to drive in that, right?
I didn't pay attention to where she was showing. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Because I think I drove that way actually going into where the party site was.
No, somebody was
If
saying
that's
that there,
the
I
back
guess there's
way I'm
things
thinking.
they're going around and saying that maybe she crossed here, or maybe people cross there sometimes. Would that be something that she'd be trying to do? I mean, wouldn't it be, isn't it real soft there? Do you see it? Here, I'll show you where it is in relation to everything. It's like, hold on, let me bring up the Google map. Hold on 1 second. So it's like right here on the Google map. It's like right around here. Like, you think it's possible she, because I'm trying to find this road right here, because you were going this way, but where's this road at? Is that by the party? Does that
I'm
go
having trouble.
perpendicular to the party?
Yeah, so that hill's a really big hill, and then the one behind it, I think that's the one where part of the road that goes over the water is blocked off because they're trying to preserve the whatever. And then there's another dirt road beside it, so you can get to those houses back there. I came that way.
Okay.
It's a really rough on a car, but
Wait, so they're looking into this area? Wow. So
well,
maybe
I'm
she
actually
did
going up
go
there
this
in
way on
a couple
accident.
hours.
You are?
So I was going to get a hold of you and see where you wanted me to film. So
Okay, yeah. I want to, okay, in relation to the party, because you were right on with the party, like where it was. So, in relation to the party, like I want to see this road, and I want to see like this, like if she accidentally turned down here, what's the possibility of her thinking maybe she was on this road and she accidentally was on this road, and that's somehow she got down here. And if maybe you could just show me where this road is compared to the party, so I could kind of see exactly where the party was as far as how far. I know it's like, it looks like it's somewhere around here, but I want to see compared to like where Kiely was parked. Was she parked by this road? You see what I'm saying right here? There, it looks like there's boulders that they have
I might have
blocking
to
off.
look at this on a bigger screen, but
Okay. It looks like there's boulders right here that's blocking it off. But you know how you were driving and you said, okay, you pointed to the right. So you were somewhere around here, and then you just went straight up here to the beach or to the water. So I want to know is where she was parked right by this side road, I think, somewhere. I'm just curious. I just wanted to see this road because I couldn't make it out in your video. Yeah. And what else, guys? Is there anything else you want her to look at while she's there? Let me think. What time are you going?
Yeah, if she can
I'm going to
look
go in
on
a couple hours and do a daylight, and then I'm going to stay until night.
if she could look on her Google Maps on her phone and get coordinates, I think that would like super help, because then we're not guessing. We have the exact coordinates of where
Yeah, that would
she's
help.
at.
Yes.
And I
When you're
get
at the party,
confused.
can you get the coordinates so we know, we can pinpoint exactly somehow? How would she do that on
She
her?
looks on her Google phone like as if she was trying to get directions somewhere, and it'll give coordinates.
But how do we know she has a Google phone? What do you mean?
Oh, like on Google Maps,
Well,
like
I
the
can
little.
come back to this and look at it one more time. Or if you can take just like a screenshot of the map and draw a circle for me, would be great.
Okay, yes, I will do that. Okay, that'll probably be better, huh?
I can figure it out that way.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And then thank you for all the work you did. You did a lot of work on that video. I was like, I still want to go back and look at it again. There's so much information, but I'm confused because Fox 40 showed an actual campsite number. So it was campsite 25. I sent you the pictures, Zavgirl.
Well, no, that's what we were trying to figure out where that is, but that doesn't necessarily, do you think that necessarily means that that's where the party was?
I don't think it does, but they kind of
either.
insinuate that when she's walking them around. And then when they talk about the sanctuary, the sanctuary is further out, like it's a whole different area. So it's so confusing. Say again? No, it's super far. So I'm I'm confused as to when they say it's at the sanctuary, and then they
Verna, where you were at, what was that the sanctuary where you showed us? Was that called the sanctuary or no? Okay.
Yeah, that's the sanctuary. And I have another video of the campground. You actually can't see any part of the sanctuary or the road leaving from the campground. The campground's high up on a hill.
Yeah.
So there's no way they'd
There's
be able to
two
even.
campgrounds out there.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
I
Okay.
sent
So
you a
there's
map.
two separate campgrounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
I sent you a map of the one where it shows the sanctuary, and it's the only campground under in that area. And then they've got the other one that's got all the numbered ones.
That's why I don't think that sign is. I don't know if that even means campsite 25 because did you see when I was matching that with SF Investigates, the sign that was in the news and it was in the Sammy thing, and then somebody emailed me. It's not. It doesn't tell the campsite. It's like a street sign. I'll have to show you what they emailed me. Or was that you that emailed me, Eve?
No,
About it?
I didn't
Oh,
email
okay.
you the
I don't know what
numbers.
sign.
Verna,
I didn't
I'm
email
gonna. I'll show you in a
you're
minute.
talking about the marker. No, the
Yeah.
marker is the different numbers. I don't know who sent you that
It's
one.
05, the one that we've been talking about. 02053, it says.
Yeah, that I didn't send you that. Somebody else did. The one I sent you is the one that's on Fox 40 that says campsite 20.
I
Well,
saw
it
the
says
25. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just confusing because it's like, why wouldn't they be at the actual site of where it happened? Like giving the
don't
news
know.
where it actually happened.
So
It's
okay,
really
do we-
hard to get there, actually.
Is
It's
it?
off road quite a ways. Yeah, the sanctuary is pretty hard to get to. And you got to go off this ledge from the paved road to the dirt road. It's like a really steep ledge. It's
Wow.
not an easy thing to take, like maybe a news truck to, you know.
So do you
Wow.
think,
So is the
Verna, do you think that they parked somewhere else and partied at the sanctuary?
No, the sanctuary is huge and it's very easy to, you could park 100 cars there easy and still
Okay.
party.
But the
So
scene is different now.
what do you
What's
mean?
that?
Does it look the same, Verna? Does it look the same? Well, I guess we'll see when you go there today.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see again.
Yeah,
All right,
because
so you're just gonna.
the other, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, the other side of the sanctuary where the road isn't, where it looks like you could park off the road or whatever, it's actually a very, very steep hill. So there's no
Okay.
other way out of there.
So you're
So
saying
the sanctuary
okay,
is
that's
actually up on a hill from the water too.
okay. What do you
And the
think,
only
Verna?
other
Now
thing I
being
wanted
there, do you think it was an accident? Do you think she accidentally drove in, or?
I think so. The only thing that's throwing me is the mass exodus thing, because I do not see how anybody saw those people leave.
Oh,
If
really?
they're in a campsite, there's no way they could have seen people on that road leaving.
Wow.
So
So
I don't
what the
know.
heck? That's weird then that they would
Yeah,
say
that's what's
that.
weird. I want to say that they were somewhere else partying.
Well,
The
we know
only
they were
other
there.
place
What do
would
you
be right where she went down. There's two like burn pits, and it's a big open area, like right before that, that incline where she went down. So that would be the only other place. It's very possible there was a party there too, right by the water.
Okay. Wow,
But
man.
then that would mean they'd watch her go right in the water. So
What about that picture of all the kids? Do you recognize where you probably don't recognize where that is, huh? Compared to the whole.
well,
That's
by the dirt, it looks like the sanctuary dirt.
okay. And then there's no way that they could be watching her going in that picture. There's no
No,
way.
not at all.
Okay, thank you.
You can't see the water at all.
So they don't have it closed off at all. You mean they just have that one road, or what is closed off right now?
The only part, it's not closed off because of the accident. It's just closed off to save the vegetation or something. Just that back way she was talking about, the lady with the accident earlier, going the back way to those houses to get to 89. That back way is actually two roads and one of them's closed off, but you can still go on the other one. So she quite possibly could have tried going that way.
Would you is that a common way to go? Do you think people go that way a lot or no?
I don't know. I don't party there. But it's well traveled. It's not overgrown or anything.
I mean, if you would have went out, you were going towards the water. If you were going the other way on the same road that you were on, and you were just going the opposite way, would that be the easiest way to get out of the sanctuary to 89 or no? Or do a lot of people go right down the beach and then go around?
No, the easiest way is the regular route because it's paved. The other way, it's very rutted and very deep ruts and tree
So that
limbs
would be
that are in the
left,
ground
right?
and rocks and.
So you mean you go out? That'd be you would turn left and go out, right?
Yeah, if you go around the way, I mean, it might be faster if there's a huge line of people leaving.
Okay.
But it's very slow going. You'd have to go even slower than you would on the other road.
Okay. Wow. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to ask you now that I had you up. I had so many questions when I was making that video, but now I'm like, whew. Anybody have any questions for her?
Anything you guys want to see? I just want to show the back side of the sanctuary where there's really no other place to go.
Yeah, I
it's
want to
straight
see
downhill.
Thank you. Yes, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to send you a picture of that
I
map. So you
think
said in 2 hours.
I think our main question is if there's any other road leading to where she ended up at besides the regular road, or any indication of just any other back road.
Not from the sanctuary.
Okay.
But if she went that back way, she would have had to. No, not from the sanctuary. I don't know where else.
Can you see
they
the
would have
screen,
partied?
Verna?
And probably would
This
not with
road-
her type of car as well.
This road right here, this is what I want to see, where this road is compared to the sanctuary. Can you see it? I'll send you a picture too. But
Yeah,
that's,
send me a picture so I can blow it up. I'm on my tiny phone.
Okay, yeah.
And Verna, one of the things that I haven't seen other people that have gone out there do is time it, and also mileage. Because I did it on the map, like the ways that I thought, and it actually matches the time that between the time that Sammy says she saw her to the time her phone last pinged. So
I believe that.
so I'm just curious to actually somebody driving it, timing it, and looking at the mileage to see what. Thank you.
Yes.
How many minutes was that? How many minutes was that you found out?
It depended. One of them was like 3 minutes, like just under 3 minutes, according to the map, and the other one was like 5. When you know that V looking thing, that awkward left, like if you go, it's like a upside down V. That one took longer. That one was more like 5 minutes. But either one would have been within the amount of time that Sammy said she saw her in the time that the phone stopped pinging.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. What time is that?
Yours is
that one was like 5 minutes. The V, it's like a thing. You go up and then make that awkward left. That one was like a V. I mean, that one. Sorry, I'm recovering from COVID, so my brain's got COVID brain. So that one took about 5 minutes. The one that cuts across with the awkward trail, that one was like 2 to 3.
But
That sounds about right.
your video is 11 minutes. So you did stop for a minute, but you drove pretty much straight out there.
Yeah,
so.
I would say it's probably 3 to 5. But how long do you guys figure that Sammy said from the last time she saw her to the ping? How many minutes are you guys figuring that was?
8 minutes. That'd be 8. She saw her at 12:25.
Yeah, but by the time you get to your car and then get to driving, the actual drive time I would guess is like 5.
Oh no,
That
but
would
she's
make
saying how
total
long?
sense.
25 to 33. It'd be 8 minutes is the last
8
ping.
minutes. From
when Sammy
person
said
to-
bye at 12:25 to the last ping is 12:33.
Yeah.
That would make total sense because if the car floated a little bit or before the phone got wet, I mean, that would
And
probably
then
be pretty exact.
Elsa said she saw her at 12:30. If we believe that, then that gives her 3 minutes. If she left right after
Well,
Elsa
I'll
saw
time
her.
it for you guys. I'll time it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Dr. Latina.
Hey there. Thanks for letting me come up.
Oh, you're welcome. Do you have any questions for Verna?
Yes, I do. Hi there. Thank you for doing the video, and it's compelling. I'm just curious, did you go into Truckee proper? Have you had an opportunity to sort of take the temperature, so to speak, of the locals and what their thoughts and feelings are about this whole thing?
The only one I ran into was at the lake, and she was the lady that saw them pull the car out. And she was going on about how she was in the back seat and the front window was broken, and she swears it was foul play.
And she's a
So.
local?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was there where they were pulling the car out.
Interesting.
She actually lives in those houses that back way there.
So did she say anything about the partying in general in that area?
I don't think anybody can hear it.
Okay.
It's so isolated. I don't know that anybody can hear it. I mean, barely, probably.
Yeah, I think, obviously we're all speculating and theorizing, but I think the gentleman, I felt like his name was Paul from the UK that was on a few minutes ago, it summed it up so well. And that's saying if this were an accident, pure and simple and obvious to all onlookers and observers and YouTubers and everything, it would be open and shut. We'd say, oh, that's a shame. And that would be it. But I mean, there are so many of us, myself included, that have observed narratives that have been and tales that have been spun by young people in the past several weeks, and it just simply doesn't add up. It just simply does not. And then if you look at this timeline that you have presented based on the video that you showed us, and then you have Sammy saying that she last saw her at 12:25, but somehow Sammy's from 12:25. Let's just say it was 12:36 for Sammy. 12:25. My math. Let me think. 36. What you're at?
11
Help me,
minutes.
guys. How many minutes? 11. Is that right? So she's already on 89 or whatever highway. I don't even know if that's feasible based on the geography. Is it? For Sammy?
Not if
Sorry?
there's a line.
No, pretend
I
there's
don't
zero
know. I
line.
might have to time that too.
We
I
could
beg your
Yeah,
pardon?
maybe we could put it in the map, but time it. Yeah, she said she was almost on 89.
Exactly. So
That's
how do you
Latina, but
go
then
from
it doesn't make sense because how did she really talk to her at that time? Because there's nothing on her phone.
Well, forget the discrepancy that the phone was already turned off.
Oh, okay.
But let's pretend the phone's on at 12:36. And Sammy says, well, at 12:25, I gave her a hug. I told her I love her. This whole long, narrative about I gave her a hug. I told her I love her. Have a great time at the party. And then she gets in a car and is being either driven or she's in the passenger seat or she's driving, whatever the story is. How does one go from 12:25, get in a car at the party? That's what I would like to know from. I don't have my glasses on as usual, so I'm the gal that is on right now with her eyeglasses. What's your name again? Verna?
Yep, I'm Verna. Yeah.
Okay,
It'd be 11 minutes. Yeah.
So my question to you is, from the location of the party where you think the party was, Verna, and you're in your car and you're not driving at the speed of light, you're just driving along to get to 89 the regular way out on the pavement, the macadam, we call it where I grew up, the pavement. Can you, Verna, get, without traveling the speed of light, in your car from that party site out the regular way and to the entrance of 89? How long would that take you? Do you even know? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, it depends on what they're driving, if they're going slow over the bumps. Maybe. Let me time it. I'll go time it. I'm going to get up there in a couple hours and I'll time it.
Because that would be just yet another discrepancy in the story. I mean, there are so many discrepancies. So that's the question I have.
What does that say?
I beg your pardon?
Does that map right there kind of tell you how many miles or how far it is? Because you got to factor in all the bumpy road too, but if someone's in a truck, it's not going to be that bad.
Is that as the crow flies, Zav, that you're doing that? Or is that via GPS, a road?
I think you're muted, Zav.
I didn't know I was muted. Sorry. So I said it was 1 mile, and it's as the crow flies, Dr. Latina. So I don't know. What can I put in as a location on Google Maps for the 89? Oh, I could put in the crossroad. But what is that road, Verna? What's that
Which
road
road?
called? The road that you were on. Is
The
there a name
campground
to it?
road?
Yeah.
The paved road might have a name, but the dirt road I don't
Okay.
think does. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, looking at that map, she probably could, but not if anybody was ahead of her, and not if she was in line. You know, she was the only one leaving possibly, and they were in a truck, so they went over the dirt road faster than like a car. But you know, teenagers drive fast. So.
But we never did find out.
Yeah.
I think it's
not that it's our
possible,
business, but we never did have confirmation that there was indeed another driver that took Sammy home. Is that right? There was never any confirmation of that.
Well, she said there was another driver. I heard it was some guy, but I don't know if it's true or not. But
And we don't know
how
what
she
kind of
slips up
vehicle.
and starts saying that she was driving. Oh, I was in the passenger side. She made sure
Right.
she stressed. Oh, I was
Yeah,
in the
how do we
passenger
know it was a
seat.
truck? How do we know it was a truck?
Right.
said
That's my
truck?
thing.
Exactly.
So
Oh.
anyway, I'd be curious. I don't know if we'll have, and then I'm going to hop off. Verna,
I'll do it.
If you have an opportunity to do it and just kind of go, I don't know. You're right. Teenagers do go fast, but it would be curious, you know?
I'll bring my car, and then I can't go super fast. I'll go regular.
And then let's also do this, guys. Are we at per law enforcement? The last ping was 12:33.
Yeah, that I thought.
All right, so then you're really down to 8 minutes, guys. And then the other thing I did want to say is that depending on the type of telephone, iPhone, if it was a newer generation, you could be in the water and it doesn't turn off for, it can be up to 10 or 15 minutes.
Dr. Latina, look, I got it. Let me take 2 different points. It says 4 minutes.
Really?
That's all it says. And
wow, that's deep.
Google Maps takes into consideration that speed limit. So
okay, so that
does that factor in the dirt road there?
Yeah, that's the road I'm on. The dirt road that you were on, yeah.
Okay, so that makes me feel better about the truth there. That's good. But as I was saying, is that iPhone can go in the water. The newer generations can go. Even the older generations actually can go in the water. And I myself, unfortunately, have done that by accident and have gone down several feet. And it takes a while for them to turn off. It isn't like an immediate, it hits the water and it goes off. So the fact that the last ping was at 12:33, that car could have gone in 10 or 15 minutes earlier. And then it after 5 or 10 minutes, the phone turns off. You know what I'm saying?
Then that means Sammy's completely lying, and then that would make her way off in her timing, right?
Yes, it does. So
yeah,
I mean, there's so many factors, and I think that the law enforcement obviously know far more than we do, because I'm sure they're triangulating the towers and finding out when was Sammy, where was she at such and such time, where were these other folks. I mean, yeah, the digital forensics is going to give a lot of information as well.
Yeah, the new iPhones.
But also on the phone thing, could she have had her phone plugged in and it shorted out because the actual plug hit the water? Shorted out the phone itself versus the phone.
No, I don't
getting
think
waterlogged?
so. No, I don't think so. But but you have made a good point. I don't even know who just spoke it because I can't see.
No, the new iPhones are, to a certain extent, waterproof.
Yes,
and
they are.
It doesn't matter if they're plugged in or not.
Yes, that's true. The only thing I was going to say is if she was really low on juice, like apparently she had to keep going back to charge up the phone. If she were really low on juice and down to 1 minute or 3 minutes, maybe that would be a reason that it went off. But you guys, this is so many layers of mystery. I don't even want to say speculation. So many layers of mystery because we just simply don't know. you
You're
know?
right. So, Dr. Latina, I did on Google Maps from the spot to where she would have drove in. That says 2 minutes, but I still want you, Verna, to do it because you were there, you know. But that says 2 minutes from where the party is, as far as where she'd be turning out to the where she would have went in. It says 2 minutes.
Oh no, but okay, that's helpful. But what I was asking is to the highway. It was
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
she
first
did
one
that
I
too.
did you.
oh,
Yeah,
that was the first one. Okay.
that was the first one.
And I
Yes.
think I don't know if anybody else listened to the PISF Steve Fisher, and he to me sounds. I mean, he sounds credible to me, like
Mm-hmm.
he's a decent, noble individual. Paid or unpaid to me is nobody's business. But if
Yeah.
he sounds like a credible person to me, and in listening to him, and where he was on foot with the the maternal grandfather and Kiely's father, and his description of where they were walking to get to the party site, and then where they went by foot to get to where Adventures with Purpose found the car. He stated that it would where she would have had to have driven would have been full of, because it was a four-wheel drive kind of thing, that it was virtually she would have been hitting bushes, trees, deep holes in the ground, and she could not have gone more than 5 miles per hour. He just thought, and to me what he intimated was that it would be like not realistic. She would have taken that as a route out.
What, Verna? What do you say?
If she didn't go the road, yeah, it'd be pretty impossible. And that's kind of what the local had to say, was it just doesn't make sense how she went that way. I don't know. Me driving it made sense, so I don't know.
It did. Okay. And you had to go, like you said, you had to go under 5 miles per hour, right? Because it was really bumpy.
Yeah, it's your car bottoms out. And I know she might have four-wheel drive, but it's still lower.
But was that the route that the PI that you took? That the PI, I don't mean
I
to sound
didn't
like
see what he's talking about, but
you
if
did
you
not.
go over that sagebrush and the trees and all that, there's deep holes from, like, I don't know, groundhogs or whatever the heck digs holes in the dirt there. But yeah, it's impossible to pretty much go off road there without hitting big rocks, or you know what I mean.
But
it's
why does
miserable unless you have every intention to do that, you know.
Okay, so here's my question then, and I don't mean to sound like my intention is not to, like, quote, interrogate you. I'm trying to understand, why do you think that the PI had this narrative himself, that, or his perspective was that she had done this off road? He didn't speak as if she had been on a road like you were.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't hear that, huh?
Where was he
It
coming from?
was on the
party
Twitter
site?
Q&A.
Are you
Twitter.
sure it wasn't at the end? He's just talking about the end. She would have went off road, because at the very end she would be going into the water. That part would have been off road. Maybe. Are you
Yeah,
sure
that'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't think he meant.
It's all considered off-roading because there's no real roads there.
Oh, maybe that's what he meant. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part. Huh.
Because that's
So you're going to be there at night, Verna? You're going to stay there till nighttime and then see?
Yeah, I was gonna go up about 6:30 and stay till it gets dark.
Girl,
Just
be
for
careful. You better be really
Oh, I'm
careful.
not going alone. My mom is excited to go with me, and I don't get to
Good.
spend time with her. So.
Okay.
Yeah, safety in
My
numbers.
son.
Yeah.
I got lots of time.
Just the last thing I will say is, if indeed this is like off the beaten track, so to speak, where she ended up in the water, and if there was something that happened, this is all if, and maybe this would have been a good place to hide her car, that people wouldn't have expected that. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody took the car down there, not by an accident, but as a cover-up. What are your thoughts on that, Verna? Or would this have been a ridiculous place to cover up?
It is the steepest place to push a car down from right there, but there also is that little, you see the little island with, like, the pyramid type mountain there?
Yes.
You can actually drive up that, but a car would have to go over rocks to get into the water.
But my question to you is, and I know this is calling you to speculate, but in your mind,
right.
would this be a location that somebody would have chosen in a desperate moment for a cover-up to hide a car?
If you didn't want to be in the car when it went in, yeah, I think that would give it enough momentum to get it in. That'd probably be the only place that's steep enough
Huh.
to go straight in the water.
Interesting.
Great.
The
Yeah, I'll
rest
put it
of
in
those
the
are
description. I
really
usually
gradual.
say. Oh, so this is the steepest place you said, Verna? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, besides behind the party site, but it would have to go through trees and bushes and rocks and might not make it all the way.
Interesting.
And then it goes into a really that shallow part of the river.
Huh.
It goes into, so it might not even make it underwater if you went the opposite direction.
Interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you were going to push somebody in, that would probably be the best place, definitely.
But in your adult opinion, I'm sorry, this is my last question. In your adult opinion, I'm trying to get you not in the teenager's mind, but in an adult opinion or LE opinion, would that be like foolish to think, God, that's a ridiculous place to throw a body in a car?
I don't know if they want to think she ran off. Best part's to get the car gone too.
Yeah.
Best
All
way
right.
to destroy evidence, the best way for all of that.
The slope has a curve though, so it would like be a very messy way to do it.
What do you mean?
The slope has a little curve towards the end, doesn't it? It looks like it
No,
goes straight down. It goes like
yeah, it's very straight. Yeah, it's straight. You wouldn't have to turn or anything. You might have to know that there's a drop off there, but if you go swimming in that lake, you're gonna know that.
It'll be interesting to see what the California Highway Patrol or whatever, when they were reconfiguring angles and all their physics they were doing at that coned off pad. They were doing accident or so to speak reconstruction. It would be interesting to see what their findings are going to be.
Yeah.
Well, originally I thought she went off the other part of the edge there, and that's where she bottomed out and went into the water, and the bottom of her car left some evidence. But going there, it's too gradual.
Wow.
At that point.
Fascinating. Well, listen, thank you so much for having me on panel. Verna, thank you so very much for answering my questions and also for actually being our eyes and ears out there.
Yes, thank you.
Now I'll have to go to town more.
What's that?
I'll have to go to town more and talk to people some more. But
it would be interesting as well, I think. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Latina. It's
Thank
always
you
a
so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So
yeah, I'm gonna try and I don't know if I should go live or just film it, but I'll be on in a couple hours.
Can I ever do a recommendation? You could go
Yeah.
live, but make sure you film it too, because live it might be like choppy and blurry. So make sure you do it like, listen to me, I don't mean to be bossy, but make sure you take like a pre-recorded so it's good quality too. I would, and then go live, but just make sure you have that, will you?
I've got my camera and I've got my phone, so maybe I'll just do both at the same time.
Yeah, because I don't know how the reception might be kind of choppy out there. If like
it totally is.
Yeah. So all right,
You're the
Verna,
expert. I'll take your advice.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come on and
Verna,
answer questions and to.
Verna, I sent in the private chat the link for what would give you coordinates if you have any problems with Google. But it's earth.gosir.com. I don't know if you want to copy and paste it.
Thanks, Eve. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send her a picture too of the one that I wanted to.
Yeah, if you can send me a picture, I can figure it out. Especially, I was watching a video earlier about where she was parked and stuff, and that's kind of why I was going to go out there early, was to take a video of it for you and surprise you. But you beat me to it.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just be careful, like I said. Be really careful.
Oh yeah, as long as there's no naked guys, I'm good.
All right.
All right. Anybody else? If anybody else wants me to film anything like the ground cover, whatever you might have a question about.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be thinking. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you guys later.
Right. Bye, Verna. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Hi. I got to think. I hope I don't. I feel like I'm going to think of stuff, a bunch of things I want her to film like after the fact. Hi, Natasha.
Hi. First off, I just want to say great job on the video that you showed with the, tracking everything. But the one thing that has really caught my eye with this case, and I was late coming on to it, was the damage done to her car. I've heard a lot of speculations about, it happened whenever she went in the water or it happened underwater. I have had experience with multiple wrecks, and another thing that pointed out was the bruising and stuff on her legs that you showed a while ago, or the markings on her leg. Let me rephrase that. Those markings, in my opinion, have the same markings that happen to people who are involved in motor vehicle accidents. Whenever you hit something on impact, your body goes forward. Her knees, the bruising, the abrasion, different things like that. But my main thing, and I wanted to ask Verna or whatever her name is, to please, if you can, check the trees and stuff and see if there's any type of paint or whatever color her car was. And that way it will show, because if you will look at the pictures of Kiely's car before the accident, there's no dings or anything like that. And the only thing I saw was there on the left-hand side. So
Okay.
that's what I wanted to do.
Hopefully she hears that. Sorry, I was trying not to over flood like a bunch of people. So when she was up here, so because sometimes it gets
okay. I understand. And back in 2020-21, December 26th, 2020 to January 23rd, 2021, my daughter's best friend, Madison Lambert, went missing for 4 weeks. Her vehicle was staged. So
Wow.
I have experience in, looking at this stuff. So,
Wow.
yeah. But I just want to tell you, great job on the video that you've done so far. I'm not putting blame on anyone, but from everything I've dealt with in my life personally and helped with other cases and stuff, this does show some very plain inconsistencies. So,
Yeah, I agree. I think that's why we're all just like, we can't get off of it, because there's just things that are not adding up for it just to be an accident,
so sad. It's very, very sad now that a family has to mourn the loss of this. And another thing, the phone call, if she was, and I'm speaking from personal experience here, if she was that inebriated, which means intoxicated to the point of no return, how could she have made a text to her mother with that such clear, that clear of a text? So there's quite a few things there to look at. And
I feel like I've texted though pretty clear when I've been and I've been drunk before when I texted. So
well, I have too, but we're talking about a 16-year-old who is found in a lake. So I mean, for her to be that inebriated, and if she would have hit the water impact of the water would have woke her up, you would think, because most of the time if you're under the influence, water does arouse you.
Yeah, no, you're right, it would. I mean, you're saying if she was passed out, like water wowould definitely wake her right up, huh? Like that impact, yeah.
Yeah, and if not the water, the impact of her hitting the vehicle, the part, her driver's seat or whatever. And that's another thing they might need to look for. I'm not telling the officers how to do their job by no means, but they can look and see if she had a seatbelt on at the time of impact. They can see, because here's the deal. When someone is in a motor vehicle accident and they have that seatbelt on, that's going to cause a contusion that goes across here, and the lap belt, it will cause a contusion across the legs. I know this from personal experience. So, yeah. It's very, 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 very strange.
It is. It really is. And the
Yeah.
fact that they're not talking about it, they're keeping it
right.
Everything's sealed up. It makes you want to know, like it almost makes it seem like there is something that they're looking into, and it's not just an accident.
We still don't have all the answers that we're looking for in my daughter's best friend's case.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we have the results back and things like that, but there's still some inconsistencies. And I boots on the ground. I get out and I find out information. So, yeah.
So, guys, this is what I'm playing is at the party site. Christy McFarland, she must be another local. She posted this on Facebook, and she's driving around the area and at nighttime, basically, to kind of show the perspective.
Is that the route supposedly?
Zavgirl, what happened?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I could play the audio if hold on.
Well,
Wait, who's
the reason I asked is because we could zoom in maybe at the trees, because I noticed in the video you made, you said the same tree or whatever. It comes
yeah.
out to the same
There's
tree.
stumps and trees. Yeah. No, we
Zoom in
can. Let me play the audio for a minute. But who was trying to say something?
Oh, I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
get off of here.
Okay.
When-
Oh,
Thank you.
you don't have to go. But okay, Natasha, thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. But no, you're right, Natasha. Like, yeah, we definitely have those. Oh wait. Oh, thanks, Diana, for joining, and Anna, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. All right, so let me play the.
What happened to the caller that said that somebody brought clothes for Sammy and then they just left?
I don't know. Did somebody say that? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
they did. And then I was like, wait, we want to know more. I don't know. They just took. Man, your microphone. Wait, what are you talking through? Because it's very like.
My
and, like,
iPhone. My
wow,
iPhone. I'm
it
gonna
sounds-
go anyways, but
Okay.
thanks for having me. I just wanted to say that.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I don't mean to like talk about your mic. I
No.
was just curious if there's something that okay. I don't know what it
Okay.
was.
Thank
All right.
you.
Well, no, thank you for coming up, King Scarlet. It reminded me there was somebody up there that said that. Who was it? I can't remember who it was now. It said about her clothes, right? Who was that? Now it's got me wondering. Somebody came up here and they said Mags. They said Mags brought her a change of clothes and then it somehow knocked him off. You guys remember that, right?
Yeah, he said that Max was there for 10 minutes and dropped off clothes and then left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry earlier about my microphone. I swear, good grief, I've been trying to figure out how to use this on StreamYard.
No, it's all right.
I'm
I don't mean to be
sorry.
so picky about microphones,
No.
but I'm just going with the audience. I could probably deal with it, but like sometimes when like the viewers are like, "Oh my god, the mic's driving me nuts," so I just try to like get people to, maybe
No, I totally get
go
it.
out and come
StreamYard
back
just,
in.
it like, I'm sorry, it wasn't giving me like
you're
the option to unmute or mute. And I'm like, what is going on?
You're fine. You're fine. Thanks for you got it figured out. So what were you saying now, Lori?
No, that caller, he mentioned something about Mags coming to the party. What he said something like Mags was at the party for 10 minutes because she brought Kiely or was it Kiely or Sammy clothes, and then he stopped and got off. So I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you, Liam Boone, for joining. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to hear more about that because that's the first thing I never heard anybody say that before. So, but I thought they came together though.
They did. That's why it's weird.
So how is that? Yeah.
He may have been spoofing or something. I don't know.
So I'm just gonna wait. Maybe
I'm trying to think who it was that came up. I could probably somehow rewind it. What was the name?
That night, when she
All right,
was.
let me see what they say audio here. Let's see real quick.
What may have happened. That's all. Just.
So I think she's at that road, right? That when you turn right, you go down like the first road. It seems like.
So,
yeah, I think that's where coming out of the party where she would have gone.
Thank you. Yes, I think so.
I probably started the video a little bit too early, but anyway.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Well, what is she really right here?
There,
what's that?
Was in the water, into the sanctuary party area, and I'm just.
Let me see something. Is this
Megan here? Michelle here. I'm just waiting for.
This isn't Christy.
Down, so it gets pretty dark.
Did she just say Megan here? Like that's her name?
And kind of show you it's dark, but
I'm confused now a little bit.
This is.
I couldn't hear. I don't know if it's. I couldn't hear well.
Can you hear that? Am I sharing my sound though, or no? Can you hear that it is something playing or no, Eve?
Yeah, she's just like whispering, so it's kind of hard to hear.
How's the reception? Is it pretty clear?
Let me see. I'll skip through it. I just wanted to see something. So she must be at the.
They did find her, and I left some flowers.
Okay.
Before we do that, okay?
So let's see here.
So,
what does she say? Where
I
she
don't see any comments. Can somebody make a comment that you can hear me okay? So let's get back in the car.
So I wonder what road she's on right here.
All right.
I think when she comes up, that's the. It looks like a split. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, hold on a second.
Here. All right. So we'll just kind of drive through the campground a little bit, or this sanctuary spot. We're not going to head down to the reservoir just yet because I do want it to be pretty dark before we do that, okay?
Yeah, this is the lady in the black sheet.
I can't see any comments, so hopefully, I don't know if you guys can hear me or anything, but yeah. All right, let's go.
Oh, I didn't know she said Lord of the.
He's the road that led into the sanctuary party area, and I'm just about to pass it, so I'll kind of just turn around.
Let's see.
Just giving you an idea of where I'm at. I haven't driven here at night before, so I do want to be extra careful.
I never got to watch this with sound yet, so that's why I'm kind of.
That will help because these roads are quite bumpy and everything. Don't want to get stuck. But as you can see, it's quite a big area. Now, I know some people were wondering about the picture where the group of people were, and then off to the left there was like a white spotlight, and some people were saying, oh, that's probably the car, heading into the water, but there's no way that could be. Now through these,
that's what Verna said,
which would kind of be hard to get a car through here without any evidence or anything. There's no clear path or anything. There is water down the hill a ways, but it's not deep water. So
it's that water where we were looking.
Not go down anywhere here and then float over. All right, so I'll turn around. And I have walked this in the daytime, so it was easier, to make sure or be sure of that when it was light out. So I'll just kind of drive through here. Not really any, defined.
So she's just driving right through the site, not the road. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Way. There are a lot of tires.
Well, I could see how you could get lost.
Here,
This is what makes me think she wasn't that inebriated, because she could have gone into a tree.
The news many times when Sammy was pointing out.
I agree, Eve. I don't think she was inebriated at all. I don't think Sammy's telling the truth
here.
I think she's telling half truth. It's like a choose your own adventure. Whatever you believe, and then goes off in one direction.
Yeah, she might have been tipsy earlier in the evening, like around 10:30. But by the time she texted her mom, she might have been more sober, knowing she would be leaving. She gave herself more time to sober up from 11:30 to 12:15, probably.
Thank you, Diane McCann. Yeah.
Where it was parked, but here's these little trees here. You might recognize those from some of the videos from the news conferences and things. This would be the way that they left that night, leaving the party here. So I don't know, it's not quite dark yet. I did want to wait for the sky to get a little bit darker. As you can see, there's still some blue there. The sun hasn't completely gone down yet. So I'm just going to wait maybe another 5 minutes and see, because I do want to get a better perspective of what it might have been that night, when she was leaving. So we can get a better understanding of, what may have happened. That's all, just.
Yeah, that blue in the back, that lets you see the trees. So you would have a better kind of sense of where you're at. When that goes black, I've driven in super blackness. It's so scary, sober. I literally almost pulled over and had my family come get me because I was like, I don't know where I'm at. My GPS was slow. It's scary.
I could see. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, just watching her drive through the actual party site, it's so easy to make a left or right wherever there's a clearing and thinking it's a road.
I agree. Wow.
Just gonna wait here just a little bit.
Let me see here.
And we're playing in the water in that spot, the vehicle down there in the dark. But maybe you are doing, probably not. Probably.
Wait.
We have
Oh, she just turned off her lights. Wow,
Yes,
look how
maybe,
dark it is.
I haven't,
And that's not, it's not even complete pitch black yet, it's not, it would have been a lot darker, like I'm sure we're saying when Kiely left, it would be
a flashlight,
a
so
lot darker still.
Yeah.
so I should be fine.
When there's completely black, literally all you see is that white part.
As you can
Like
see, the
when it's
sky's
black,
still
it's black. Like you can't
but
see a thing. You have to trust your headlights, and I would put it on a high beam.
And she's only 16, so it's like she doesn't have that much experience.
Without anybody's lights on. Here we go.
All right, let's see. Wow. And that's not even complete blackness yet, really.
So it sounds like they might have had some lights strung up. I'm not really sure about that.
They
Oh, that's
totally need
right.
reflectors. They need to have those reflection signs so that your beams,
in fact,
hit the reflectors where it says body of water ahead or something. I mean, this
That's
is
true.
crazy.
Maybe they'll make some changes now because of this.
Well, and the thing is, it's government.
Yeah, but what's crazy?
It's government land.
They haven't
I
done
mean,
it yet.
Right. She should go after the government for this. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Of this drive, and Ikmel on YouTube is going to post it
Like
probably
you think
tomorrow.
they put a chain now?
Just in case this reception isn't very good. So if you're
Hopefully a
interested
chain would even work.
in better clarity or sound, you can join him on his YouTube channel. It's Ikmel. All right, so here we go. So as you can see, this right here is a pretty narrow road. On either side, there are some trees. There's no inclines at all. There's some, like shrubs, low bush type things. But, if your car would have went off here, somebody would have definitely have seen it.
At Gemini 65, when I drove, there was moonlight, and it still didn't help enough to help me know where I was going. I needed GPS.
A car could get up here. I wouldn't want to mess up my nice car especially if it was a lower car. But a car could get here definitely. But it is nicer if you have something that's a little lifted. But I'll just turn off my light real quick and we can see how dark it is without it, okay? Driving down this narrow road. Now right here, only one car could go at a time. It does widen out later on, but I'll show you what it looks like with the lights off. So as you can see, like you wouldn't even be able to, like I can kind of see where the road is, but that's because the sun's not completely set. Now if she left, between, I don't know what time it was, they're saying 12:30 or something, but it would have been pretty much pitch black. I think someone said there was a half moon that night, so there wouldn't have been a lot of moonlight. But anyway, it's pretty dark, right? Pretty dark. All right, we'll turn the lights back on and go. But yeah, only one car could, get through at a time here. Not really any area for passing or to pull off to the side unless you're going to go into the sagebrush. And I believe from the sanctuary area,
it looks like she's going really fast here, doesn't it?
Is approximately
not real fast, but it looks like
let me see if
she's going faster than.
Well, it's crazy when you're scared, your adrenaline starts pumping, and you kind of drive fast. I know I was driving fast. I was trying to get to where I was going. I was like so scared. So it depends. If she was afraid, she probably would have started driving faster just because of adrenaline.
To the right in the distance, I can see the water over there, but
or super slow
down that way.
I'm confused about the whole sanctuary thing, because I thought the sanctuary was on the other side in the campground.
No, that's what we were all. No, it appears it's not. From everything we've seen now, but I know I originally thought it was up there at first, and then I started thinking it was below, and then D, love you, girl, but I was she had me start to be convinced that maybe it was still up there, but no, it's from everybody that points it out, it's not. But so I don't know. I mean, maybe because when I type in the sanctuary Prosser family campground, it's not labeled, but it always zooms into that upper part for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I remember at the very, very beginning of this case when the news first talked to Sammy, she called it the party is in the sanctuary. They have all these little stumps that you can sit on and these tables you can sit in. So she was saying the sanctuary and describing the campground. And they show all, a lot of pictures of the campground and mile markers on the campground. Like that's where the party was. But then everyone is saying the party is over here, which I agree with. I think what you figured out was where the party is. So I think that either she's mistaken or she's just making stuff up and like deciding, picking and choosing what to tell as truth versus not. And it's got all of us in knots about it,
Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting me on. I apologize again for earlier. I will let you guys
No,
go.
you don't have to. You're fine. It happens. Yeah. If this isn't something that you're doing, like it takes a minute to get, live and to get everything working the way you want. So
Right. My husband's like, okay, I'll go out and make dinner while you do this. Because I'm like, I think you're supposed to be quiet. I don't know. But yeah, there's whatever. But there are just so many things.
Husband. That's
I
cute.
know he's good. But there are just so many things about this case that just make me crazy. And
I know, dude. It's making me. Yeah.
I don't believe that I don't believe that she was drunk at all. I really don't. I think that I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know.
No, there
pray
is
for
some
her
people
family.
that don't, especially like her mom saying, no, she would have called me. She's done it before.
Right. And the mom knows. I mean, I have 3 kids, and I can't believe the mom even fell asleep. I'm like, I mean, I know it's a long day and tired and everything, but I can't sleep until all my little birds are in the nest. So, anyway, I will let you guys go.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming up, Lori.
Thanks for asking.
I'm back again, definitely. Wait, what? Serenity Fair? Then maybe it's an accident because I feel like the mods
I
are
think
really good at
Nightbot's on now.
what?
I thought I saw something with Nightbot, so I don't know if.
So maybe it's
It's
Nightbot. So if you're we are really open here, and that's one thing when I make somebody a mod, I make sure like my number one rule is let everybody talk. I do not want people removed. I don't want comments removed. That's one thing that makes I'm so like picky about choosing my mods because I need somebody that's gonna act like I would and let everything stay basically, unless if they're trolls, or they're just like hateful. But otherwise, I want everything to stay, and it's hard to find mods like that. That's the one thing that I look for. That's one thing where I hesitate when I add a mod because I'm like, man, I don't. They need to be open. Like, not everybody could be so open and like because if you disagree or you take things personal, or then you have them on your, like I'm watching you, and then it's like you want to remove them, and I just need to find people. I always want to find people that can ignore that, let it go, try to think like what I would want. So no, I think it has to be a mistake because I feel like I've told my mods what I expect. I've made sure I choose them very carefully. I chose them. So I don't know, Serenity. Nightbot has been doing that a lot. And I think the pros of Nightbot outweigh the cons of it accidentally deleting things. So I used to say at the beginning, if you get deleted, it's probably an accident. But Nightbot has a lot of pros. It has a lot of commands that it helps out. So if you do get removed and you think it's like, there's no way that this comment should have gotten removed, then it's probably Nightbot, Serenity. So just so you guys know that. All right. I know. Yeah. I feel like I feel like we have really great mods and they all know exactly what I want. They're all very patient, very open-minded, and I don't think they would have deleted something that was okay. Okay. Anyway. And you guys, there was a few people backstage. You could come back. I just didn't want to overwhelm Verna with like 12, how I like 10 people and then everybody's talking and then we can't talk to her. So I was trying to keep it at 5 when she was here, but you guys could come back. And NFT, I keep trying to add, or you keep trying to come, but it's saying your device isn't connected. So it won't even let me add you. So I don't know what the deal with that is. But if anybody wants to come back up or that old Nightbot, I know. And it's like, I've like thought, like, should I delete Nightbot? But I feel like the pros of Nightbot outweigh like the cons, as long as people don't take it personally and they know if it's something that shouldn't have, it's probably just a mistake, Oh, hey, Kate. So here's that intersection where not the one of the other times she made a wrong turn where she turned left. If she was gonna maybe, okay, I'm gonna go this way and try to cut back up, where she turns left out into where she goes where a lot of us think she may have went off is right this little road right here coming here. I should bring up my map, but see my map. Let's see what she's saying here.
If she had originally had gone north or left, would have been the next thing to do.
Yeah.
But it is a pretty wide road. See, it's pretty wide. So she, you know, it seems like, well, I mean, anyway, she was able to make it down this way. I mean, that's my opinion. You know, we're not sure of that, but all right. So here we're going to come to another T in the road. So to the right, so you'll see that tree in front of us. To the right is another way to get down to the water, and that actually will swing around to the other side of the campground area where I saw that water in the distance. That was more shallow. There is some deeper water over there, but most likely she turned this way. So she went left here. Okay. There is to the left of me on the ground. There's quite down there. There's quite a big crevice, but her car would have made it, but it's kind of a deep crevice. I'm sure when it rains, it gets kind of muddy, and I hear a lot of people get stuck out here. Back to when I was here on the 17th, we got a sudden downpour and it got pretty muddy in the location I was at, so I had to get out to make sure I didn't get stuck. Okay, so here's the road heading down. At the end of my headlights, you can see that's the precipice or the point where she most likely entered the water. That's where all the vehicles were on Sunday. All the authorities were parked. Okay, so it's just right here. Now, if she would have went to the left, there's water over there too, but it's more shallow. And then to the right is, it is deeper over to the right. So, this way, there's a big wide open dirt area here that leads down to the water as well. But I'll just go straight towards the spot where they found her car. Okay. There's a little bump here. I mean, right now it's not as late or as dark as when she was here, but I can see the water. I can clearly see that that's water. And then beyond the water, there's more land and trees. Let's turn my lights off and see.
Oh, look how dark.
I mean, it's pretty pitch black. I can, it's pretty pitch black. I can still see the mountain range and stuff. The sky isn't quite as dark as it needs to be to compare, but all right.
So Jay, there's another video, Verna. Yeah, she was on earlier.
And I'll get as close as I can.
I could play hers too. She was on in the daytime. She's gonna go back tonight and make another video at night and during the day.
Stop right here. Okay. So if I kept going, it does go down. There's an incline. I mean, but right now, the way it is, I can tell there's water on either side, and that I'm getting close to the water's edge. Now, I don't know how familiar she was with this area, or what the circumstances were, but I'm going to get out and we'll walk down there. Okay. Let me grab my flashlight real quick. Lonely. All right. The campground is.
Oh wait, maybe I should. Oh yeah, she just got out of here. Okay.
But
wow, look how dark.
Here's the water's edge. So you can see all
wait a minute. Hold on.
I
want to see something
close to the water's edge. Let me grab my flashlight real quick.
Let me see. How did she go down there so quick? She didn't go down all the way. Did she go down all the way to the edge of the water?
No. It looks like it, but that's how dark it is that it looks like that.
All right, guys. So
she's going to do it right now. She's going to walk down.
Okay. Well, what I was thinking, because when I rewound it, I was like, wait, did she have time to walk all the way down there? But maybe okay, let's see.
Kind of nice
she's in the car still. Right now, she just showed her face.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, let's see.
Lonely. All right. So that direction is west. So you can see the sun's just, it's still kind of making its way down. But here's the water's edge. So you can see all around. Well, I don't know how well you can see, but there's water there. The campground is in that direction. All right, so we're going to head down.
Oh, wow. So she did get pretty close.
She got closer than some of those other people.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have been kind of scared at night to get that
Oh, I
close.
would have been very scared. I wouldn't
So I'm
have
going
did
to
it.
just look at the flashlight away, but you can see how dark it is. I mean, it's, you know, if you didn't have headlights or flashlight, it's pretty dark, pretty darn dark. All right. But you can see where they, you know, had the vehicles here. There's some deep crevices here. I don't know if you can see it with the flashlight. Let me see if I can change the setting. That's not going to do it. Okay. So it just makes me wonder, you know, the next day or, you know, the morning of, the afternoon of, you know, it would have been on what, the 6th, right? Or the 7th. Anyway, that Saturday, the day after the party, if they would have been able to see, you know, anything here. Because that's the first place I would have looked, you know, just on the water's edge, the roads that, you know, led away from the campsite. So here's the memorial. Someone had already put some flowers here in a lovely little jar, and looks like somebody might have left her a note. And then I added those flowers. Those can be from all of us. And then the little crystal there. And then somebody created this heart for her.
Wow.
But here's the water right here. So, you know, it's pretty close. Here's the kind of wet sand. You can see when I step, you know, it's pretty squishy right here, you know, so there's the water. So I need to step in the water, but so it is pretty squishy, fairly muddy. Not really sand, but just, you know, fine dirt and some small stones. But if you want, we can just take a moment of silence for Kiely. And just pray that her family will have peace and closure. And they'll get the answers that they need. Okay. So just here's more of the water's edge. I know you guys can't see much past that, but so there's the vehicle up there. So, you know, there is quite a good incline. When I was here walking, I had come from this side over here. Well, you can't see it, but this side over here, and it, you know, it doesn't, you don't realize that this, you know, the incline is as steep as it is. I mean, it's not crazy steep, definitely. Like I can walk up it without getting
Well, it
wet.
doesn't look like she walked down that far.
Going at a certain
How
rate.
did she get down there that quick?
Well, that's her truck.
You see it?
Yeah.
Here.
What in the world?
Didn't it seem
I
like
thought
she
she
barely
was
took?
closer.
I know,
Yeah.
it doesn't even look like she walked that far.
Yeah.
I am so confused, dude. She got down there so quick.
The spot.
What is going on? Wow.
I had wondered if maybe they're going to make a memorial for her in town or something like that.
So, guys, let's see, how much farther is this? I forgot I have to do, I'm doing that live with Bella at 8:30, guys. We're going to be reading the Delphi transcripts. So if you guys want to come over. So I probably will have to be getting off. I didn't realize, man, how did it already go? How did 3 hours already pass? I feel like I just started.
I know
I don't know. Wow.
We all are.
Yeah, it's just because this touches like this is just so deep that you could lose time on it. But imagine just if we feel like this, how her friends and family feel like. Every time I watch that, I get teary. It's so sad. I think
we were
that's
watching
why we get affected.
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, plus I want to get that map to Verna. I want to get, because she told me to just send her the map of where I want her to look. So wait, I wanted her to do the road, and then what was the other one I wanted her to do? Shoot. What was
All
the
right, well,
other
I'm gonna jump
thing?
off here so you can wrap it up. I know
Okay.
you gotta go.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me
Thank
up.
you, Eve. Thank you.
How do I get out? Okay,
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
okay, got it. Leave
Okay.
studio.
Shoot. So I wanted her to, okay, what was the one? I wanted the side road, and then there was something else, guys, that we were asking, and I can't remember. I don't know. Oh, let me get, hold on. Let me get the link. Hold on. Yeah, thanks. Let's see if I can get the link for that. Wait, is that? I don't know. Hold on. Where's StreamYard for, I think she has it up already, right? Yeah, she has it up. Okay. Here, I'll send you the link if you guys want to come. Here is the link to the live. We're going to be reading the transcripts from Delphi. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you. We'll get together. I also wanted to go over the stuff, like the stuff I found with the maps. I was going to go over it, but we didn't have time. Man, time is flying. But you guys go check out my video, then the pre-recorded I uploaded this morning. And try to watch it all. You could skip through it, but like I said, don't just watch the beginning, because I go through and show the reason for the whole video and match up like a few different things. And I actually saw a few other things, but I was so tired. I had stayed up all night going into the next day. I was so tired by the time, because I was familiar with myself. Watching all those videos, I started getting familiar with everything, so it was easier to find things. And so like at the end, I saw a few other things I could have matched up, but I was so tired. I was just trying to get the video edited and done. So I didn't even show you those things. So there's actually even more that you can match up. So it's definitely the spot. They were at the right spot as the party, all of them. But all right, guys. So we'll do that another time. Thank you, everybody. Bye. I sent the link. Hold on. Let me send it again. There's the link for our live with Bella. Bye, everybody. Thank you.